Perfect.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about we didn't talk about what was
Welcome, everyone, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode, I don't know, whatever, 27, I think, is what it is. Very, very happy to be here with all these fine people. One person might be joining us. We'll see. So, very excited to finally get on the full Lorefield crew. We've had Lexi on before, and she's awesome. And now, the full package with Mitch. Mitch, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Wolf. It's so good to be here. DeMarco, you're clean shaven, looking great. Here to celebrate the new video. Oh, this is fantastic. It's also kind of weird, Mac and Assassin. I've heard your voices through my headphones for so long, and I'm in the same room as you. It's kind of weird but cool. So nice to meet you all.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. Faces. And Lexi with a massive jug of water, just one-handing a jug of water. Don't spit it out. There you go. Hey, Lexi, how are you?
I'm good.
You should zeet about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna zeet about that.
On X.com.
Yep. Oh,
zeet about that one.
my God, man.
If that platform is still going in a year's time, I have no faith in humanity.
God, I am just like that. It's gone. It's done. I'm like, Elon Musk. Didn't you already name your son X or something?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
He's like, well, actually, what it really means is Ash. But you're taking a shut up, Elon. I don't care. Demarco,
What do you think?
Well. Oh, go ahead.
What do you think the likelihood that this child's gonna disown him when they're older?
Yes.
He's coming to do a lot of money.
Like, because pretty much all of his kids are just like disowned him.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Why would you do that too? And like now he's gonna be everyone's ex before he even dates anyone. That's dumb.
You know what they say about exes? You really want to forget them.
Texas. They're all in Texas. Speaking of Texas, Assassin. Look at that. Assassin. Oh, and Assassin's muted. There he is. How are you?
I told you I was gonna mute myself because my fan was blaring, but I'm doing alright.
Nice.
Good to see everybody's all clean and shaven, except for Lexi, which is perfectly okay. If she had a beard, I would be a little concerned.
Okay.
Well, not concerned. I'd be asking some questions.
It could be. It's fashion statement. Could be a fashion statement.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Well, okay. Yeah, that is true. I don't know the fashion trends going on in England. But
think about how much. Think of how much women have to spend to have all their like face hair waxed. Think about it. If they didn't wax, if you didn't wax your face, you just grow a beard, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fair enough. And
I'm pretty sure a woman actually did that. She just got sick and she just grew a beard.
Yeah, and I did hear what Mitch said. It's good to meet you too, man. It really is. It's just it's so odd that so many people listen to our voices. It's just getting to actually meet one of the people that do. It's kind of weird, but nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, likewise.
He's a big fan, is what he's saying. He's like sweating profusely right now. And
that's why the fan is on.
That's why the fan is. It's not hot or anything. I did forget to ask, and I'm a stupid, silly little boy. Mitch, what have you been playing this week? What you been into?
Oh God! Well, I just bought Assetto Corsa. I'm a big racing sim. I like racing, if you couldn't tell. So I've been playing a lot of Assetto Corsa, which is a lot of fun. Besides that, a little bit of City Skylines. I really want to get into another Bethesda kick, but that's something that just kind of has to come to you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
at this point, just wait. At this point, wait.
I should.
38 days.
Yeah.
Or wait. Right? 38 days from Starfield?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Where's the count when you need him? Bring him on.
39.
39. There you go. 39.
My thing says no. Mine says 38. Starfield.
Anyway,
someone's
September. I'm like replacing the month of September with Starfield. It's coming out on Starfield first. Okay.
It's 37 days because you got 6 days and then 30 days in August. So there you go.
Okay. All right. You know what? It's out.
Basic math here. Okay. All right. USA school districts here.
and Lexi, just to get caught up, Lexi, I'm assuming all of that you've been playing is Final Fantasy 14, and that's just fine. Am I right?
Yeah, I've got a crippling addiction.
That's fine. Is that why you're in a chair all the time?
Yeah.
Because you're crippled from Final Fantasy.
I've actually installed the toilet on the bottom.
So,
Just a bucket under there.
And then it's got it's got a little screw, so I can screw a pipe to connect it to the plumbing system.
Oh, okay.
Lex, your mom already makes your bed. Are you telling me she changes the toilet underneath you as well?
Hey, no. Hey, she changed it all at one time. Look, I've got a cat there.
That was a good callback, by the way. I wonder how many audience members will pick up on that.
Oh my god, that was so funny. God, did we have video for that show?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for the chat, it was Lorefield. Go check out Lorefield. I need to put you guys in the description. This was so last minute. I asked them to be on.
Chat, you tell us what Lorefield episode it was.
Yeah, tell us.
You tell us.
Yeah.
Because
Please tell us. I forgot.
basically, we were having a very serious conversation. It was getting kind of serious and not like heated or anything. And all of a sudden, in the background, we see this woman climbing on Lex's bed, and she's just like, and we're like, I'm sorry, what is happening in the background? And she had the blur on too, so you couldn't really tell what you were seeing in the background. It was like, there's a person on your bed. And she was changing Lex's laundry, and so it was hilarious. I loved it. And shout out to chat. Thank you all so much for being here. I see Jake. I see Andrew Cullinane. Timmy, as always, a Bionic Wolf. Oh, the Wolf Pack, baby. And somebody else is here, but they're not showing their face. Show your face. Yes, thank you all so much for being here. And Mac, what have you been playing, man?
What have I been playing? I don't even know. I've been back and forth. I've been playing this game called Click Heroes. I just haven't been in the mood to play. And then still a little bit of Final Fantasy here. Yeah, it's called Click Heroes. It's dumb. It's like a mobile game that's on Xbox. It's stupid. Don't even worry about it. And then Final Fantasy just a little bit. Not much this week, and I've just been a long weekend, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, nothing serious. Just like last. I just got a lot going on in my life right now, so it's just here,
We got you, bro. We totally understand. Yeah, totally understand. Thoughts and prayers out to you, man.
Thanks.
And
real quick. Mitch, yeah. Thanks for joining us. Of course, Lexi, I see you're always back here again. Nice to meet you, Mitch. So it just is what it is. So I need to get that out. Don't want to look rude as a panel person. And shout out to Marco or whoever you are, whatever your name is nowadays. So.
Oh man.
Nice to meet you, Mac. Appreciate it.
Sure.
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Thank you for the confirmation, Todd. I'm always wondering. I'm like in the back of my mind, can we visit that moon? Yes, you can. Also, Assassin, did I tell you hello? What have you been playing? Did I do this already? I don't know. There's so many of us here.
No, you haven't. Not with me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you didn't. So, Lexi and Mac are not the only ones that have been playing Final Fantasy. I finally, after 70 hours, and I literally just checked, because for people that don't know, I stream from the PS5 onto Discord so I can do this podcast, right? So I went over to the Final Fantasy 16 tab, and I put 70 hours into this game. That's almost 3 whole days, and I finally got the Platinum Trophy a couple days ago. Man, it's my game of the year right now. Tied with Dead Space, but I'm leaning towards Final Fantasy right now. I did play a little bit of the Last of Us Part 1 Left Behind DLC just before I had to leave to go help out some family today. Gonna go back on Jedi Survivor later today, and that's pretty much what I've been playing. What about you, Red? Still playing The Witcher 3? Still haven't finished yet? Playing it for the 4th time, but never gonna finish?
I finished The Witcher 3 technically twice, and one I've beat it, but I beat it in less than 40 hours, and that's a sin that I'm carrying with me for the rest of my life. It was 2016, it was a rough time, and I didn't care about anything. But then the second playthrough was over 400 hours, so I made my due, and that was years ago. So yeah, I've been playing it. I screwed up my save. Sorry, I screwed up a quest. I failed a quest, and I said, and I had to go back and figure out what the hell I did to screw up this quest to fail it. So I had to load a save that was 4 hours prior, and long story short, I fixed it because that's how much I care, because I just don't want to have any failed quests in that game. You could be 30 hours in and be like, the decision that you made 20 hours ago affects this quest's outcome, and I'm like, shucks. So anyway, so and I've been playing Persona. I'm actually at the end of Persona, right now. I got 5
nice
or something. Finally, game is just
of a 5 Royale.
5 Royal, yes, Royal, yes, just
yeah.
that's what I've been playing. Just trying to get. I want to get it over with because when Starfield comes out, I just don't want to have Persona is the one game I don't want to have laying there saying ooh 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 as I'm trying to play Starfield. I can hear it in the back of my mind. So yeah. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. Just trying to clear up the. It's not even like a backlog now. I'm just playing the games that I have been putting off because I love them so much. And another thing that I love so much, Damarco, babyface Damarco, is here. How are you? And what have you?
Baby
been
Marco.
Baby Marco.
Baby Mark, little dude.
Baby Marco. Bro, DeMarco, you look like you just got out of middle school. What the fuck, man?
I graduated yesterday.
What the hell?
Listen,
By the way,
listen.
I'm petitioning DeMarco's evil side as Domingo instead.
What?
Hey, Domingo.
When DeMarco is happy, it's DeMarco. When he's pissed off and wants to be evil, it's Domingo. There.
Domingo guy.
Why wouldn't it be like Demanco?
Domingo, dude.
Like Santa Domingo.
Demanco.
Damanco.
No, but Domenko makes it sound like you just escaped a mental patient ward. That doesn't sound right.
Are you saying like Domingo? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm thinking like
when he's
like min max.
Yeah, like Minko.
No, what? No.
Min, like
no.
mini.
Minco.
Jake's got it in chat. Domingo. That's what I thought you were. Domingo.
Okay.
Anyway,
okay.
what are you
The
doing, man? What's going on here? What's happening?
I'm just. It's just interesting to be on a panel with Mitch, and I'm Jesus. Chat, and I'm on a panel with Mitch, and for some reason Todd isn't reaching out to me in binary or some crap.
That is true.
That's what always happens.
It was short notice. I don't think Todd. I don't know. He must not have gotten the psychological signal. I don't know. I do have my window open in case I got a messenger pigeon or something, but nothing's come through yet.
Is that what that thud was earlier? I think it.
Oh
you had your
yeah, you
window
might want to check
closed.
outside. Yeah.
Oh,
I do have a
God.
chimney, so it could have been Todd.
Oh God.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah. So inside jokes, everyone. But no, I haven't had too much time to game. I saw Oppenheimer this weekend though.
Oh.
I did see Oppenheimer on Sunday.
You saw Oppenheimer.
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 As everyone's calling it.
Oppenheimer, yeah.
Oppenheimer. I saw Oppenheimer. I saw Oppenheimer.
Well, nobody in Japan's gonna
It's
watch
open.
the movie because they all saw it live action about almost 100 years
my
ago.
God.
Oh.
That's not.
Anyway, I saw watched it in
Canceled for
IMAX.
sure.
Watched it in IMAX. It was really, really good. Stop.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. You're gonna get cancelled.
Oh my God. Oh, it's
Yeah.
hot here.
It did live up to expectations. It was really good. It was really good. And I played some Jonas actually in chat. So this weekend, because every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, stream a little game. Sunday morning chill stream. I think Bionic Wolf actually stopped by, which I saw him in chat earlier. But I was doing Katana Zero because Jonas had gifted that to me, and it's an awesome little indie game. Katana Zero. You play as like a samurai in a cyberpunk era, and you go around, you slice up bad guys, and there's a little bit of like puzzle mechanics to it, but some strategy, and then really fast-paced, snappy gameplay with a really cool story going on in the background. So if you're looking something to pass the time as you wait for Starfield, and you like indie games, I would highly recommend. And you like story in games, I would highly recommend Katana Zero because I genuinely had a ton of fun with it.
That's fantastic. I love that. I've heard a lot of good things about Katana Zero.
Super good.
I always, it reminds me, well, it kind of reminded me of Dead Cells. But maybe I'm just a dumbass. But hey, so real quick, chat, you guys are killing me. You guys, I love you all. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna catch some Rama says super chats. That'll be the day. Let's see. See Monad. Thanks for being here, bro. Let's see who else jumped in. Jonas is here. Yes, Jonas is here. Manic Master 69. John is here. Welcome, bro. I think that's all.
I see Yodani decided to go for the Yodani decided to go for the throat and just call him Demitko. Jesus.
Wait,
Whoa! That's fine.
I'm
you can
trying
think
to
whatever you
find-
want. It's a free country.
Oh, there he says, I'm gonna be a cool. He said, I'm gonna be a cool Gen and call him Demidco.
And then Jonas had to go, do you what do you mean, Co? The fuck? That's a mouthful.
What do you mean, Co?
Jake says White Van Candyman. Alright. That's cool, man.
Oh, that was me. That's between me and Jake.
Okay, I got you. I love Jonas says, did it live up to expectations or did it blow? Oh, give him his flowers. I love that. That was fantastic. And Jake says Barbie movie.
Don't forget Manic.
No, I did. I got Manic. He says hello to everyone. I hope you're all okay.
Hey, Manic.
Yeah. Jake says Barbie movie is life affirming. Y'all gotta check that out. Oh my god. Solid soundtrack too, Jonas says. It's fantastic. And Timmy's here. I think I shouted you out too, bro. Fantastic. Awesome. Look, it's time to get the show on the road. And yeah.
Oh, piss off, you, Donnie.
Did
you see what he said?
Yeah,
the last thing he said about me.
Says ask for sin on the XCOM app. X.com.
Yeah, find my X vids on X.com where I'm posting my X's.
PlayStation fanboys when they see the Twitter app is now becoming part of Xbox through X.
Oh,
hold on, I'm just gonna send a zeet.
Oh god. So when we put it, I don't want to. We don't have time for this. Anyway,
first topic.
First topic. Listen, everyone, and also timestamps if anyone can be so kind. It'd be great. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Not really. There we go. I have some oxygen trapped in my lungs. Isn't that how lungs work? You always get oxygen on them. So Starfield. This is why I wanted to bring Lex and Mitch on. And Damarco is always here. So we have 3 Starfield aficionados here, and 3 videos from Bethesda Softworks got released today. And I'll give my thoughts later, but they each touch on a different aspect, different planet with one of the main cities there, and I just don't really know what to give. Mitch, you're the newest. You're the newest. Which one of these 3 videos grabbed you the most? We'll talk about all 3 of them, but which one of them grabbed you by the balls and you were like,
So anybody who's listened to our show will know that I'm an Aquila City nerd. So you would think I'd pick that one, but it was actually the Neon one with the 2 street kids. I think they were siblings and they were trying to mug a guy, and the guy worked for Ryujin Corporation, which is the company that does all the fishing on Neon and is kind of in control of the city there. And she saw that, or one of the siblings saw that this person they were mugging was part of that corporation, and she like almost shot her brother to save this guy, and then she appeared to get employed by the corporation. It was just kind of a cool arc that they fit into just a couple of minutes. I've been really curious about the corporate influence, especially in Neon, but throughout the whole game. So them touching on that was really awesome. And then I was also wondering, kind of on a broader level with these, are we already going to have to discuss whether or not they're canon? I don't want to do that already. Come on. It's too early.
Well,
Yeah.
they're official videos. We'll accept them. We'll do what unofficial Elder Scrolls pages does. We'll accept it as canon until it's confirmed not to be.
Sounds good. I'll take that.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's all I got.
It doesn't
Cool.
say they're siblings, by the way. It just says, like, if you look at the description, it says 2 neon street rats.
Oh,
That's all
really?
it says.
Okay.
Which,
Which
by the
is
way,
interesting, which is a nice callback to the starting trait that you can get. Or, yeah, the starting trait, which is street kid, I think. Right? Is it street kid or street rat?
Street
It
Kid
is
is
Street Rat.
2077. But it is,
Gotcha.
it is Neon Street Rat, which is what I'll be choosing. Neon is the thing I'm so excited about. The Neon trailer is what, or the Neon video is what I loved that so much. Because it felt gritty. It felt like this is like the Cyberpunk city. Like it felt, I just love, I love seeing. And anyway, I don't want to get a tangent real quick. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Lex, which one stood out to you out of these three?
It's got to be the first one that was uploaded. where they go to Mast HQ. This guy, he's a postal delivery man or something, and he has bigger ambitions. So he joins Mast.
The one that joined Vanguard on New Jameson, or New Atlantis.
Went to the Mast HQ, and Mast is the DMV confirmed. Like the long queues. He was stuck in a long queue. That's the DMV, right?
That is one part of the DMV.
Yeah. And it's all about getting the vehicle, right? Like, because he gets a ship from it.
Well, wasn't he enlisting?
I mean, yeah, but he got a ship. So, I mean, kinda, right?
Didn't it show him dogfighting?
It's future DMV. You've got to like register your ship and shit.
No, it was the military. He went to the military.
Yeah, but in the military, you don't just get your own tank. Every soldier's just like, oh, have your own tank, have your own car.
I love the way
Gotta sign all the paperwork.
It is a lot of paperwork. Jake says by the way, shout out to Beefy Boa, new subscriber, says playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. Just downloaded a few mods. Yes, thank you so much for joining the channel. I believe that you're one of the new subscribers, and I want to shout you out. So thank you so much for being here and interacting with chat. It makes all the world of difference. We're a big community here. We're trying to foster a positive community. Community? Sure, whatever. I don't fucking care. Jake says the Aquila video seemed to... I can't read. The Aquila video seemed like it had mechs in the flashback to the Colony Wars. Kind of blew my mind. I got chills when I saw that because we have seen the gameplay footage when it pans over the destroyed mechs, which we assume those are on Earth. We don't have mechs anymore. I'm assuming we don't have mechs anymore. I loved that shot in the Aquila video. Yes. So Damarco, what do you think? What was your favorite out of these three?
I'm torn because I really, really liked the idea of the street rap one. Yes. I really liked it. I liked the way, because I love that whole aesthetic that they got going on there, because it reminds me so much of, I know like the Cyberpunk vibe is what most people are going to go with because it's fresh on people's minds, but I go to Omega from Mass Effect 2. That's immediately where my mind goes. And I go, yes! Because I loved Omega. And but I'm torn because I'm probably going to start with the United Colonies before I would do like the Neon Street Rat type route. So I think I like the story of the postman becoming the war hero a little bit better. It was more romanticized, you know, it had that romanticized aspect of he accomplished his dream, and then he's like, well, I just want to be amongst the stars. Takes off the ship, and then he's amongst the stars, and he's at peace. And I like that. I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, you know. It gets me. Yeah,
I loved how he's like just living his normal life, and he's like, I want to do more. And then he's like sitting out there on the balcony with his drink, and he like looks at the ships taking off. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought in my mind it was that he was thinking about signing up, because I was like, oh, he's signing up now. But then it was like, then now he's sitting outside on his balcony looking at ships taking off, and he was like, I'm for real gonna do this thing now. And then it shows him getting into a suit, or was that just him being like,
no, he had accomplished. No, he joined. Yeah, okay. He enlisted. He done it. He reached it. He like retired from the military presumably, and then he saw the ships taking off, and he's like, nope, that's where I belong. Because his whole thing was, this I'm basing off the description too, because the description of that video was like a glorified Planet Express ship delivery person, Futurama. Planet Express merchant delivers the mail, and he wants to do more and live amongst the elite. And then he achieved that because he's living in the nice part of the city. And then he goes back to the stars again.
Okay, I like that more. Thank you for... I'm an idiot. I didn't look at any of the descriptions, so I was like, I think I know what I'm talking about. That's fantastic. Yeah, and I'm with you. The Cyberpunk, I mean, look at my background. Look at the... everything Cyberpunk... I'm just I have a problem. Let's see. Assassin, let's go with you first. What, you have concerns? Or, no, you don't have any concerns. Or do you? Which one of these three videos stood out to you the most? Which got you more hard?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Hard.
Also, can someone address Jake?
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, real quick. If one of you Lorefield, or excuse me, one of you Lorefield, explain to Jake about the mechs. He's confused about the mechs. He seemed to have missed it. If you can chat him. Assassin.
Out of the 3 videos, I kind of have to go with Mitch. The one about Neon, and the 2 street rats, Ada and Harper. That one got me a bit more interested. Not really a big fan of Aquila City, or, well, I don't know. It just the space cowboy genre just seems kind of odd to me. Like, I don't know. Just Neon, just the one about Neon and the 2 rats. That's the one that got me.
Are you not a Star Wars like Han Solo and the Dusty Planet and stuff?
No.
Alright.
Not really.
Ah, yes, the
Good.
classic Star Wars Trek man. Jones.
Solo.
Willow.
Well, there you go. We're building it on. What an interesting name. I love that.
Well, Red, the fact that none of us have chose Aquila City at all, that kind of tells you that it's not just me.
I'm surprised by
The
Mitch.
Aquila City video was kind of the most. It didn't have that. It was the simplest, if that makes any sense. Like, it didn't have, because at least in the because if you think about it, the one with the pilot in New Atlantis was very similar, but he at least gets into the dogfights and he has that exciting part. And the Neon has like the aesthetic, but the space Aquila is all about that space western vibe, and it really didn't capture that too much. And it just kind of had her like get in the part as a scavenger, so it didn't really lean into the space western side of things. Like, it would have been a lot cooler to me if they had the whole 10 paces down, turn around, draw, and fire kind of element to it. And then I would have been like, Aquila, that's the best. But it's like she got her scrap. It's like watching if Rey in Star Wars never left Jakku, and that was just what you were watching the whole time when she's like looting the Star Destroyer in the first of the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
that's the vibe it gave me.
The vibe that it gave me was more like hopeful. Like, there is sort of like there was a bit of desperation on different levels for each of the videos for me. So you had the lower level of desperation, which was the mailman. He just wanted he was aspiring to be more, and he wanted more out of his life. He had the option to, but he was afraid. He took it. He did it. Now he's part of the Vanguard. He's out there among the stars. Then there is the I think a little bit higher level, which was the Cyberpunk on Neon. These two ruffians trying to make it through a life of crime, petty crime, because that's all that they knew how to do. And then you got in the trailer, that girl. I believe it's a girl. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge, but
It was.
Yeah, both of her parents had been killed in the first colony war. I think is sort of what it was showing, and because it shows that picture, and then it shows her mother and her father being killed. And so she saves that man that was being bullied by a bandit, and she knocks him out, and he's like dead or something. I don't know. That kind of confused me. But the old man offers her a credit chip, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna take a part off that old ship, and I want to go out there into the stars." And so she fixes her ship with that part. And I thought it was more hopeful. So desperation on different levels is what I took out of it. Anyway, before I continue rant, okay, Jake, you shut the. I'm kidding. So there's a part in the gameplay of the direct, or sorry, no, it's actually in the. It's not in the direct trailer. It's in the trailer during the direct, before the direct happens. There is a quick shot of sort of a wasteland that I'm assuming is Earth, and it shows destroyed mechs in that trailer. That's what I'm talking about. So go back and watch the trailer. That took place during the direct, not the direct, the trailer during the direct, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's there. Yeah. And Mitch, you're confused too?
Yeah, I missed that.
What?
Well, they
Lore
weren't
man?
on Earth. They weren't on Earth necessarily though, but there were the mechs. We did see the gigantic blown out mechs that looked like the Titanfall suits kind of, but
right.
It's not Earth necessarily.
It might not be Earth. I'm just saying that as far as the colony wars, like where they took place and all that, like it's like Cydonia. I don't know. All I know is Dusty and Sandy. Okay, so Mac, Samak. I feel like every time that I start you off, I say so, and it sounds like I'm saying smack, which is just great. What did you think about these trailers? You just watched them just now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Which one?
I'm gonna agree with you, Damarco and Mitch. Like that. That comes from the Cyberpunk thing, though. The nomad thing. The guy that just buys, just out in the open doing his thing. I don't know, just a little intriguing scene. So, I mean, I don't know as much as you guys. Clearly, I just sit there and I'm just waiting for September to play it. I haven't looked into everything like you guys. I'm just ready to play the game. I seen it in June, and that was enough for me. But that's the first thing I've seen since then. So on Starfield, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I don't know what else to really say besides that. So I'm a basic person when it comes to that but that's what I want. I'm always the homeless kid or whatever it is in these games, or I try to be, or whatever you want to call it. So the guy that's a nobody, so I'm gonna enjoy it. So I don't know what else to say.
Role-playing the homeless kid, I love that.
They did a pretty good job on those, though. I'm like really surprised the animes they did. So like to me, that sounds like they're gonna do maybe something afterwards, kind of like Cyberpunk, where they did the Blade Runner thing afterwards, a year later or whatever it was, 6 months, 7 months. Maybe they might do something like that if they can imply these graphics or animes into this. That would be actually really nice. So, but I mean, we'll see. So I don't know. Don't worry, I'm gonna make more than one character though. This is how this game is set. This is the problem with Bethesda games. You're guaranteed to at least make like 3 characters to try everything out, 3-4 characters in different ways. So, yeah.
I would love to see if like Fallout gets the live action show, which we know is happening. Starfield gets a show in that animation style, and that was like a whole thing that they did. Because all of Bethesda's universes are ripe for storytelling, and we know that Todd, he said with releasing of the Fallout show that they're very picky. But if they could do the Starfield one in that style, and then Elder Scrolls one, I also would want to see an animation, to be honest, just because I appreciate animation and what it can do more than live action.
Well, plus you can also get animation done a lot quicker than real life stuff too. You can put it together a little bit faster. And nowadays, see, I want to kind of bring this up. AI is a problem nowadays. They can kind of just click something into an AI, get a basic story, and then go off that, and then they kind of just can wrap it together real quick if they like it. Clearly if they like what the AI says. But yeah, so it's a little bit of more than just that. So you can whip out 20 shows, 30 shows or episodes, excuse me, in less than a year off an anime. Unlike a real life show, look at The Last of Us. We might not get that. Well, that's because of the strike thing, but we might not get another one of those for another 2 years. So, and all these other shows, it's because it's real life stuff. You got to get everybody to go there, and anime is just so much easier. People come on their time, so it makes it a little bit more easier. So,
yeah. But I would love to see like an Elder Scrolls show in a different animation style, and then they have all 3 of their big franchises that come into TV.
Yes.
Oh, don't talk to me about an Elder Scrolls show. I was 2014, and Todd was like, "Oh, we'd only do it if Peter Jackson like approached us." Well, that's what Pete Hines said about Todd, and I was like, "Oh, I would love an Elder Scrolls movie." And it's been like almost 10 years.
Didn't Peter Jackson make the Avatar movie? Am I correct? Did he make that?
That's James. That's James.
Okay, as long as it ain't him, I say. As long as it ain't that guy, I just want to clarify that guy ruined Avatar for me. I don't remember what his name is.
How did he ruin Avatar? He didn't exist until he made it. How did he ruin it?
He needs to go by.
No, he made Avatar.
I'm talking about the movie.
He's a great director.
No,
he made the first one, so how did he ruin it?
The Avatar. No, not that. No, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let me correct myself. I did.
Exactly.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night
The
Shyamalan.
prequel.
No, don't beat me up, you guys. I don't watch blue people like that. So.
Wait, James Cameron doesn't make that.
I'm only fucking with him because that's why another guy.
Do you know why that film's called The Last Airbender?
Because it's gonna be the last fucking movie ever.
No, because
It's the last movie.
Because James Cameron trademarked Avatar in like 1994. He's always wanted to make it, but he put it to the side. So when they made Avatar: The Last Airbender, that's why it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender, because they couldn't call it Avatar. Because James Cameron owned the trademark.
Yeah, not James Cameron. My bad. I didn't want to be all about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he made
And
Titanic.
Lexi were about to kill me, bro. They were both about to murder me in the back alley like a no man.
Oh no,
kid
don't
I
worry.
am.
James Cameron's like
No. What?
He
No,
almost
Mac, what
drowned
would have made
people.
them kill you is if you suggested that the Elder Scrolls TV series or movie be made by Michael Bay instead.
I see, but Michael Bay at least makes good. The blow up scenes are fine. The movie sucks. Normally they got
He's
bad
good.
storylines.
He's good. He does a lot of practical scenes, but he's a sexist. He's very sexist.
Well, ask Megan Fox that, so she should know just from
Yeah,
me.
And
Whoa.
Transformers 4.
Whoa.
There's a lot
Well,
of.
I'm not wrong. Wait, I'm saying that he is a sexist. What the hell? I'm not agreeing. I'm agreeing with Lexi. What the heck? Y'all ain't trying to get me to cancel me today, all right?
No, because my comment earlier should have canceled me, but obviously I'm still standing.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
still
I just kept it to
standing.
myself.
Oh well, that just got us.
And now because of Mac, all Jonas sees is people.
Oh, Jonas, I'm so sorry. By the way, guys, let me know if my audio's okay. I know y'all said that I was quiet. It's because my input on OBS was turned down from earlier today when I was recording a Starfield video. Speaking of which, let's go back to Starfield. And so, what I wanted to say...
You look very orange. You look very orange today, Wolf.
Do I? Good.
So he's an Oompa Loompa.
Have you decided to take on
There we
Donald
go.
Trump's
There we
skin
go.
regiment?
I haven't... oh, wait.
Off.
Did you go to China? Did you go to China beforehand?
Whatever you turned on, turn off.
Is that good? Is that better?
Not that. No.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
No.
yes,
No,
but like, no.
Yeah, just jump out your window and you'll be
there we go.
okay.
Is that better?
Have you got?
Does that look better?
So just turn your saturation down, man.
Here we
Change
go.
your white balance.
Yeah, white balance.
Okay, I'm gonna blind myself. That's fine. So what I wanted to say
You
about
got sunglasses
these,
on. Put them on.
I do. What I wanted to say about these 3 videos is the reason that it got me so excited is because we don't always get an opportunity to.
I don't want to be rude, but
Mm-hmm.
you look like Andrew. You look like Andrew Tate at the moment.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, as long as he gets the bank account, you should be okay, Red. I'll just tell you that.
What Red wanted to say about those videos was, oh, good, he's back.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say is that we don't really get a chance to get like a peek into these worlds before we get to play them, and I think what's exciting about it is imagine playing a video game and then watching a TV show about it like later on, and vice versa. Imagine watching a TV show and then getting to play the video game about it later on. You feel like you are already sort of familiar with it. So having these short little stories, and I love that there's no dialogue, because it sort of gives you an idea of like when we go now, because of the Neon video, for example. Now when we go to Neon, we'll have this sort of innate, I don't know, like sense of familiarity when we go into Neon now, and it's a little more meaningful. We didn't have to watch an entire show to feel familiar with that city, but there's like a little story there that's attached to it. And same thing with Aquila City. So now when we go there, it's like, you know, we had just enough to feel a little bit of attachment. Mitch, did you cry? Did you cry when you watched that Aquila City video?
No, I had to watch it discreetly in the bathroom at work.
Oh.
That was my first time watching a video discreetly in the bathroom at work.
Okay. You weren't crying out of your eyes then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
But one of the things, to your point, Wolf, one of the things I wanted to point out about these videos was that we've gotten really good looks from in-game footage at Aquila City and New Atlantis. We haven't really for Neon, and we saw a look at the full kind of citywide view of Neon, and from the concept art a couple of years ago, they've since added on to the city. So I think it's actually larger now than it was in the concept art, because there's like a secondary fishing platform. There's the consensus is kind of that Neon is going to be the smallest of those 3 cities. So now we know that they're adding to it a little bit. Kind of interesting to see.
I always thought Aquila would be, actually.
No, because Neon was a fishing port, wasn't it?
Neon,
And ports aren't
Neon
usually
I
that
thought
big.
had like kind of a upper level and a lower level thing going on based on the game, the original gameplay trailer when they were showing like where I think their medical clinic was, kind of on the bottom there. And then I thought that was like a lower level, and then you had kind of an upper part to it. And I thought that would add a lot more depth to Neon versus Aquila, which would end up being the smallest. That was the impression I had. And New Atlantis, massive. But
I think the way I would interpret it, if it started at a fishing platform, it wouldn't be clean. It would be like an oil rig, right? It would be very industrial. And then that's probably where the slums would end up. And then what you do is you build the city on top of the platform. So the slums are underneath the city, and they use the platform as a foundation. So they just built a city on top of the platform.
Yeah, it's small, it's confined, it's pretty cramped to navigate. That's pretty much the vibe that I got when we saw the bit of snippets of Neon in the direct. Specifically, that it was like for a brief 2-3 seconds, the player was walking on the street in Neon. It kind of looked like he was walking in an alleyway. Is that what you mean, Legacy?
Yeah, so there's a concept, I think it's mainly in Warhammer, where they build cities on top of cities. It's basically like that. Let's say the old fishing platforms where the slums are now, and then they built the city of Neon above it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. Like,
Yeah.
you have the slums underneath, but then you have the big city up top.
So it's like a city built on top of a city.
Yeah, like that.
So that's
never
why
goes
the
well.
oil rig looks very industrial, while the city looks. But it's like gambling HQ, right?
I just want
that's
everyone to
pretty cool,
take a
Mitch,
second
that you identified that.
to read Yodani's chat real quick. And you don't have to read it out loud, but just take a second to read that. And
yes.
Oh boy.
yeah, so there you go. There you go. So anyway,
No, that was a pretty good catch, Mitch. That was a really good catch. I'm
Thanks.
gonna go back and try to find that because I didn't notice that when I watched it. Actually,
It's on the right side when they show the whole city.
do you think we'll be able to see those characters in the game?
I was wondering that too.
Because they do give them names.
right.
I
Ada
think so.
From Neon, you'll be looking for her.
Ada and Harper.
So what if we get like a quest where Harper is sort of downtrodden now because Ada is up here because the job that she had to get to sort of betray him, you know? But again, that's
Or
to
maybe
my
if you
point.
meet
Like,
Harper, he may hire you to take out.
Exactly. The video that I got coming up, I touch on that with bounty hunting. Anyway, yeah. So that does touch on the aspect of having a sense of familiarity with these little shorts. It does so good. I love that. Is there a link to these vids, Yodani? Yeah. If someone can someone link throw a link in to Bethesda Softworks channel
I will link the Neon one if 2 other people can link the other 2.
Well, you could kind of find them from there. You just go to Bethesda Softworks channel and
Yeah.
I have a
Well,
prediction
Udani's kind of old, so let's make it easy for him.
He's not,
on whether or not
old.
we can find these characters in the game. I think at least one of them we will be able to find their bodies through environmental storytelling.
Yes,
In a
Bethesda does it
journal or
so
something.
well. That's a great point, Mitch. I love that. Yeah.
at least one of them will
Like-
find their body. Whose body? Wait,
Or we will find at least one of their bodies through environmental
the
storytelling.
Aquila one?
I don't know which one.
Maybe.
I just think one of them.
Okay. You didn't have someone specific in mind that you're
All
kind
of
of like.
them are dead.
We'll see. We'll see someone.
Yeah, it's a,
Well, they could
I'm
be.
casting
They-
a wide net here, so I can.
You're right.
For all we
right,
know,
yeah.
that could have been 50 years ago. Think about
Right.
it.
Do you think? Oh, wait. Do you think the guy from the New Atlantis one? Because we find a companion in the gameplay, in the gameplay showcase in the direct. There was the companion that was stranded on the asteroid with his crash ship, or the moon or whatever with his crash ship. Do you think that's the same person?
Wait.
I'm gonna say no, and I don't mean this in a racist way, but the guy in the video was black,
That's
the
racist.
one in the direct was white. So no.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay. I didn't know
That's
that.
racist. If you say if you say it's not racist before before you say something racist, it's most likely racist.
Mac.
There's Assassin.
Mac.
Just, I love you,
Assassin
Assassin.
is Hispanic. He can say whatever he wants.
No, it doesn't. No.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
get
how
a
that
free
works.
pass
Oh.
because I get a
Yeah,
free
whatever
pass
he
on
wants.
both
Go,
colors.
go ahead and say that pass, and we won't have a channel tomorrow. Just remember
Not to
that.
be racist,
right.
but
Unless he was
This is why
Hispanic,
Bethesda's not
Jewish,
giving you guys
Christian,
code. Nothing.
It's okay.
you know, every
Lexicon.
ethnicity in the world. then you can get away with racism. You
There
just
we
have to
go.
have heritage from all over the world. You have to be Asian, European, American, Hispanic,
Australian. No,
Australian.
Wait, no, you don't have to be Australian.
Yeah, you have to be black. You have to be white.
You have to be British.
There you go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Jonas says, saying a white man and a black man can't be the same person might be the most racist thing I've ever heard. Yeah, you tell him, Jonas. Get him.
Yeah, like look at Michael Jackson, right?
You never know. You never know what you're looking at. Don't assume.
That's a good point, Max.
It could be my eyes, but the fact that Jonas said that when his profile pic is half white, half brown, says that's the definition of irony right there.
What
Donnie
did Michael
says-
Jackson actually do to his skin? Like because he went white. He went really pale.
He went white. I've never heard.
He went white.
That sounds extremely racist, but I promise you that was unintentional.
He went white.
Welcome to the Renegade Racist Red podcast.
No,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before he died, he had pale skin.
Yeah.
Like all the- he had all that
This is for off the show. Starfield videos.
yeah. So Starfield. But real quick, but before that, Donnie says I prefer to be called an illegal. And
Join the club.
And Yodani says, so he didn't go back? Yeah. Jonas, you're right. He did just have a skin condition. Oh, no, I don't know. He got burned, and then he did a bunch of plastic surgery. And so there you go. All wrapped up. Happy ending. Well, maybe not.
I heard
okay.
he had surgery to look more like his sister.
Lexi, we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Moving on.
So
He went white, and it just felt right.
all right. Fantastic.
All right, this is the end of the Renegade
Alright, please.
podcast.
Last episode, baby.
I could already get cancelled for this.
Yeah, well, thank you all to the new subscribers, and that's it. Goodbye. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, any other thoughts on this? I mean, I could go on and on about Starfield forever. Any other takeaways
Do you want to
from
see?
this?
Would you be? Yeah, I have one last question, and then I'm ready to move on. But would you be upset if leading up to, like, we're gonna get a launch trailer? That's just a given. But would you be upset if the rest of the footage that we get coming from Bethesda and Starfield, as far as official marketing materials go, were just kind of these types of videos leading up to the release? Or
I'd love it.
You would be okay with that?
I'd love it just because I've got a crippling Final Fantasy 14 addiction.
I'd be concerned.
I mean, so the alternative would be, like, you get a nice, rich gameplay trailer in some capacity, or if you keep getting these little animated shorts leading up to the release.
I'd prefer the short ones because I'm pretty much drawn to this. I'm actually playing the game right now, so
Did anyone else do this when these came out? I got up today and I was like, I gotta get ready for work. And I went, oh my god, there's a new Starfield video. And I sat down and I watched it. I was like, that was so good. I was like, wait, there's another one? Oh my god, bro, this is so good. And I watched it. I was like, wait, there's another. I didn't see them all like pop up at one time. And I'm sure maybe they didn't, but like I was like, what's happening? And after the third one, I was like, is there more? Like, am I alone?
I didn't know they were out until 10 minutes prior to the show, so I can't say much.
it took them several minutes. I don't know if they uploaded them on the spot or they were unlisted for a while. Because they seem, usually when they're unlisted, they just pop on at the same time, but these seem to pop on a few minutes after each other.
Yeah.
Well, the Bethesda intern's gonna get fired because he was only supposed to do once a week.
Damn it,
He just
Derek.
did 3 in one day.
Are we going to talk about the Walmart cancellations? Or you already talked about that?
The Walmart cancellation. Oh, well, I mean, just for the audience, you know, basically the consolation pre-orders for the consolation edition of Starfield, they were saying your order is canceled, your order is canceled, and people were freaking out. And the majority of them were just tech issues with their stocks, how many were in stock, and they thought that they were out and stuff like that. So they were refunding and stuff like that, and it was silly. But Best Buy just a few hours ago actually just had a resupply of the Constellation Edition. So check that out in your area. Yeah.
It's not the first time Walmart's done this, and the advice I shall give you is extremely wise. Walmart's done this before. They're gonna do it again. Don't order from Walmart.
GameStop,
even GameStop's
Best
better.
Buy,
Even GameSpot's better. I mean, I've paid for mine
GameSpot.
on the official Bethesda store. So, you know, I hope they don't cancel on me, or I will be sending an angry email to Todd Howard.
There you
How
go.
dare you cancel my pre-order? Do you know who I am? I run Lawfield. I'm important, damn it.
And he'll
I'm
go,
kidding.
"Oh,
I'm the least important person.
That's not true at all. That's not true whatsoever. Chat, thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with us. Be sure to hit the like button and all that, blah, blah, blah. That'd be fantastic. Seriously. I mean it. Hit it. Smack it. Punch it. Bop it.
Todd Howard's going through the list of content creators of who to send a Starfield review code, sends it to Wolf.
I'm like, I don't deserve this. I'm telling
Yeah,
everyone.
Wolf gets it. And then his review gets like 1 million views, and then he like becomes a big YouTuber, then he abandons us.
Drops us. Yep, remember saying.
Yeah, he abandons us because he's got big YouTuber friends.
That will never.
He moves
ever,
into a
ever
house
happen.
with them.
I'll be like a TikToker.
Yo, just saying, if we all become like, if we ever became big YouTubers, we should all like have a house that we rent and do like those shitty prank videos in the houses.
Like, yo guys,
Don't
what's going
keep-
on, bro?
Never do
So glad to
prank-
be
no
here
prank
in my brand new
videos.
house.
Like, share the
Check
rent.
the shit out behind me.
No
Got my
prank
3
videos.
dogs and.
Yeah, no thanks.
Is that good?
No.
No.
Shaky cam.
I mean, you too, but we don't want to hear this shit. So
Yeah.
You pull a prank on me, yeah, get ready to lose an arm.
Arm.
Jake says, "Did you
As long
get your
as-
hands
Which
on
arm? The
Constellation
middle one?
Edition? No, I didn't.
okay, fair,
All right, let's see. Check
Todd
up-
Howard
check-
sends
check
out a
up-
review code to Mitch and Lexi in red, but doesn't do it
Because
for Damarco.
unfortunately, Wolf has a life, so he couldn't afford it.
I know I have 17 weddings a week.
I know.
God, I get
No
married
wonder
so
you're
much.
broke. You keep getting divorced.
I just
I want to
can't
see how many
stop.
divorce papers you've got. You must have a whole room full now.
Ugh, it's a whole stack.
How
There's a
much
reason why
more
this side
can
of the
someone
how
room-
do you
take
get people
off
to
you?
love you that fast?
Yeah, well, I don't know about love, but it's
It
marriage.
takes one night. It takes
You
one
must
night
have one of
with
those
Wolf.
horse.
yeah,
It takes one night,
that's all it takes. Everybody gets
and then
one,
they're sick of him.
and they're like, "I was wrong. I was wrong." Yadani says,
And then
Red
they
Wolf
take half his
Renegade?
stuff.
What is
Right.
this? Red Wolf Renegade. Not understanding that. Oh, because
that's
Andrew
a-
Tate.
Oh,
I
Andrew
get it.
Tate, yeah.
I get
Oh, Andrew Tate.
That's a
Yeah, he's
long
so-
delay there, Yo Donnie.
Damn, yeah, Donnie.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that was a long time ago.
If you took your hat off and then just put the sunglasses on, took your hat off, you'd look like Andrew Tate.
You are not lying. That's scary. Oh god.
No, but Lexi, if he puts on the glasses, he looks like that douche cop that pulled my mom over last week.
What,
Are you
who
sure
said
it's
that
not him?
wasn't me?
I'm sure.
How else am I supposed to get with your mom? No, I was kidding. All right, look. So there.
Aw.
What the fuck? Okay.
Say you got fine written all over you. Shoot. No. Anyway, so let's move on.
Why is
Any-
Andrew
any-
Tate on here?
Yeah. Let me tell you guys how to get rich on Starfield.
By joining my pyramid scheme.
Right. Yeah. Oh my God.
All right,
Red
moving
pulls your
on.
mom over. What do you do? Says Jonas.
About Starfield.
You just give up. You've lost.
You've lost. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, any other thoughts on Starfield? Seriously, I'm not just trying to move on. Seriously, any other thoughts on these three? I think that personally, they're awesome. I love that. I love this kind of stuff. I feel like I've been to Aquila City now. It sounds stupid, I know, but like after I watched the Cyberpunk show, I'm like, there's a reason why people were like, I'm going to go back and play that game because they felt that familiarity and they wanted to be more intimate again with it. So, any other thoughts?
Yeah, my only thought is that if that certain Redditor is to be believed, this will only be the start of a weekly string of videos leading right up to Starfield's launch. I don't know.
There
if
better
you
be some
know about
gameplay
that.
next time, because then
See,
I
but-
will be concerned.
But
You, you said Reddit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
See, the
I'm-
thing about it is, it's like
Yeah.
anybody could have just said that. Like, that's what irritates me because we don't know 100% because somebody could just be saying that. And if it comes true, he looks like he's the promised land person of the Reddit for Starfield people, but in all reality, what's the chances of it really happening? I mean, I hope so, but I hate Reddit because it's almost as bad as it is bad, worse than Twitter because everybody knows everything. So
I would encourage you to check out the post because it was based on a string of numbers that appeared in the Starfield Direct that indicated weekly dates starting from today up until launch. So he predicted there'd be videos that dropped today, and there were.
Okay.
So there was like, it wasn't based on like I know someone who knows someone. It was like,
yeah, you know how, but you understand what I'm saying. It's like,
totally.
I hate when you see that stuff and then it's like they post something today, but if it was a couple days ago and then it came out, then then maybe it was good. And I don't know. I hate. I've seen it so many times leading up to like the leaks and like Nvidia's freaking thing to anything else. It's like, I just want to see it. I don't want to hope for it because a lot of times people put hope into people's minds and then they don't happen and then they get disappointed and then it brings them down a little bit. And nobody needs to be bring down when it comes to a video game, situation. Everyone should be up and positive about it. But my bad, Mitch. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm totally with you there.
Yeah,
that stuff's ridiculous stuff a lot of times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, next topic.
Oh, was that it? Oh, okay. So no other thoughts. I'm over here trying to make a poll. I'm gonna ask chat, which Starfield video did you like the most?
Like the best. Yeah. Watch Aquila City have none.
That's such a shame. I feel like they did Aquila City dirty because the character was... Jonas actually brought this up in chat earlier, and it was a great point. The character's trying to get away from Aquila City, and it kind of paints Aquila in a bad light, even though it's beautiful and it's home to a really important faction in the game. Whereas the other two didn't really paint the city in like a I want to get the hell out of here kind of light.
That's what I'm saying. Like the others leaned into the themes of the cities. New Atlantis was the military because obviously they're very militaristic. You had the neon playing into the cyberpunk vibes, and then you had Aquila, which didn't touch into the western at all, the space western. And so I thought Aquila got. And I'm not saying it was bad. None of them were bad. I loved all of them, but I think that I would have liked to see it that way.
I mean, that's why I felt that they did it right, was because Aquila is the Tatooine of Starfield, right? That's sort of how I felt. Like they just showed.
Oh, okay. So you see sun, you see sand, you automatically think Tatooine.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I would say Earth is the Tatooine of Starfield. Unfortunately,
it's not really desert though, is it? Like you need a full sand world. That's pretty barren.
Well, but you know what I mean. I mean, just as far as like the second time I'm using the word downtrodden, it feels like.
Honestly, I think a desert planet wouldn't be like Tatooine. It would literally be like Florida, or California, literally the beach, just like everyone suntanning.
Florida
alligators.
Yeah.
Need some palm trees.
The good qualities of Florida. Like
what good qualities? There's nothing good about Florida, Lexi.
Disney
it's
World.
Literally a joke over here.
Disney World.
Only in Florida.
Disney World. Yeah.
The fucking mouse. Whatever. That mouse has too much power.
Everyone loves our corporate overlords.
Sitting about 10 minutes away from the mouse.
You don't
literally
think capitalism,
the joke in the States. Literally, the joke in the States is only in Florida. Literally, Lexi, look up your birthday, look up Florida Man, and tell me the title of that article, the first article. I swear to God, you do this with any day, you're gonna be completely shocked, and you'll ask yourself, "What the fuck am I reading here?" If you do that.
Yeah, but nobody's died at Disney World. Nobody's died at Disney World.
Going on.
Yeah.
I love this. This is what I wanted my whole life, ever since I was a little bully. Let's move on. So let's at least get to the big one. So who all cares about Spider-Man? Did anyone watch that new Spider-Man 2 trailer?
Oh, I had a dream about Spider-Man. July 13th, and I'm guaranteed that's next year. July 13th, Spider-Man 2 PC port.
That's a good date too. I like that.
Yeah. I had a dream, and then for some reason there was a Miss Marvel game.
July 13th.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, someone tell me what day of the week that is. I want to know. That's crazy. I love it.
Do you know
Alright,
you
so
have a computer? Do you know you have a computer? I just want to make sure you know that there's a computer.
I can't do
I had a
anything when
dream.
I'm not risking
It's a
anything.
I had a
Saturday.
dream. It must be
So
true.
that would be tough. That would be tough, Lex. It was July 13th is a Saturday. So
yeah,
maybe
you
around
can
that.
still release it. You can still
On a
release it
Saturday? Never.
Yeah.
That would never happen.
Yeah, it would. Like,
They ain't
everyone's off.
Nintendo. They ain't Nintendo.
If you can release a game on a Friday, you can release one on a Saturday.
You release it on Friday, so you get the people doing it on the weekend.
I think
I
that
mean,
your dream bamboozled
You don't release it on a Saturday, because then the weekend's half over. Because you think about too, like even on Steam, especially releases on Steam usually around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we know here on the East Coast that we're the most important people on the whole planet, so it
The
revolves
only
around us.
people.
Yeah,
correct,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
only
but
people.
how
Yeah, the
come,
only
right?
people
Yes,
Get a
matter.
world map.
So
Get a world map, right?
But your
England
point
is
is
in the
irrelevant
middle of
because
the
I'm on
map.
the East Coast. So
No,
you think about
we're
1
in the
p.m.
middle of the
on
planet.
A, you think
We're in
about
the middle
1
of the
p.m.
planet.
You think about 1 p.m. on a Saturday, and my day's half over. So that's not happening because now I lost half the weekend.
Well, I mean, like, 76 came out on a Wednesday. I mean, that's midweek. You'd be at work anyway.
That's fine
Yeah.
because I still have
Yeah.
the weekend, but it's not halfway through my weekend. It's halfway to my weekend.
Yeah,
That's
like,
acceptable.
yeah, but who cares? Like, they just want, like, the Zoomers.
Thank you.
So
on
okay,
Zoomers.
perfect.
Get all the TikTokers on board.
I'm gonna go to the most negative. Who's the most negative on this trailer? Let's go. Who was like, stop this?
You.
That
You.
that would be me. Yeah, they
You,
they're
you
showing
fruitcake.
a ton.
Now hold
They're
on.
showing
Let's
so
stop
much.
real quick. 1 second. Red.
Yep.
Mitch, Mitch or well, clearly Lexi has one because she's playing or she's playing on the PC. Do you have a PlayStation 5?
No,
Mitch?
no, and I haven't
Okay.
seen the Spider-Man trailer either.
Good. Nice. All right.
Wait, are we talking about... which trailer are we talking about?
Yeah,
Are we
the
talking
story,
about
the story
the
trailer.
one
The story
from
trailer.
San Diego Comic-Con?
I think that's where it was at. Yeah.
I'm
sure
trying
that-
to avoid it. I want to go in spoiler-free on the PC port. As much
Well,
as I can.
can I tell you how shitty this? No, it's not okay, Kiri.
No, go ahead, Mac.
ahead.
If you got something to say, let's
I
go.
do.
Yeah, like...
Whatever Red's about to say, don't fucking believe anything he's about to say. That trailer was fucking amazing. I love it. Cannot wait. I said if Starfield and Spider-Man come out on the same day, I would push Starfield to the side because I love Spider-Man that much. I understand Starfield is going to be game of the decade. Clearly, we know this. But I could beat Spider-Man in a week and never touch it again. That's the only thing that sucks about it. But this...
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it for Lex because it's just is what it is. But it's like Lex, if you want to hear it, you got to mute yourself here for a second.
Oh
It
no,
looks good.
don't worry. As long as I don't
to
see
me-
it, I'll be fine.
To me, it looks good. They did do a little bit of bad. I'm sorry. I know I took over, Red. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. This will give me time.
They changed some of the characters. The way they made Miles grow up a little bit. Miles got a different haircut.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit older, which looks. And I love that they're
It's
progressing
only 6
in
months
life.
though.
Yeah, but
only-
believe
it's only
me,
6
if you would see it, you would understand what I'm saying. Damarco even understands what I'm saying. I know Assassin does because I'm sure he's seen it too. He looks different. He looks like he went through maybe puberty or something. I don't know. It just looks. He looks different. They changed his hairstyle. The only thing is
Have they changed Peter again for like the third time?
Yes. It's so there's a person that is in this trailer. I don't want to ruin it. Should we ruin it? I don't know. If I say this person, Lex, you're not.
No,
I mean,
just tell me. Like, as long as I don't watch it myself.
Harry gets announced in this thing that he's back, and him and Peter and him almost look identical. It's kind of baffling how they just didn't like make them look a little different. That's the only thing that. Yeah, it does. If you look at the trailer,
They look different to me.
Well, no, there's a part of the trailer where you can't even tell that it's Harry, but it's actually Harry because it flickers so fast. And they actually were talking about it on Kind of Funny on Friday, I think it was. I don't know what day it was. I listen to Kind of Funny every day, so it's kind of weird. But I even went back and watched it. I was like, wow, that's kind of weird because he does. They got the same hairstyle and the same hair shape. It's kind of weird. It just doesn't. They should have made him a little bit different. And MJ just looks like a whole new character. She looks like Amy Adams, if you guys know who Amy Adams is. Like, they completely changed what she looks like. So, but the story itself, I mean, it's going to lead into, we all know that Peter gets the suit, and it's going to lead into somebody else getting the suit. We don't know that. Everybody knows that.
He's going to hit MJ.
Yo, Mac.
Well, I was actually talked about that. I said it would be actually. I think people would be more surprised if MJ got
it makes him aggressive, and they even showed that in the E3 summer showcase.
Yeah,
trailer.
He looks like
because
he's an
Miles
asshole.
notices he's a bit more. Yeah, he's a bit more of an asshole.
Yeah,
we-
they go
Oh,
further.
really,
with that
Lexi? Hitting women? That's not Sony style. They're gonna censor that.
What do you mean? Have you ever watched Spider-Man 3? The legendary greatest end to a trilogy ever?
Ah, yes. Bully Maguire, of course.
But
Bully Maguire just hit
War for
your
the Planet
GF.
of the Apes was the greatest end to a trilogy, but that's okay.
Excuse me?
War for the Planet of the Apes was the
Why
greatest.
do they
Lord of
keep
the
making
Rings.
more?
Oh boy.
Lord of the Rings
Why
is
do they-
also
why-
an
why-
acceptable answer.
Why do they keep making more then? If it was so great, they wouldn't need to make any more. Surely.
Because money. Matt Reeves doesn't
Matt.
have control over that.
No one's ever done anything for money. This world is run by selling carrots and potatoes,
Damn.
right?
You're right, you got me.
potatoes, right?
Mac, I just have a question for you, man.
What?
You ready to heal the world?
With what?
Carrots and potatoes.
They do say
Motherfucker,
they
you
do.
watched-
Yes,
you watched
I know.
the-
They say so. Harry
watch
says
the
it's
trailer.
Oh, Harry says it twice in the trailer, and it irritated me. Like, why'd they have to say it twice? It really irked us. So it irked my soul. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. That's just a little thing that irritated. Because he literally says it right off rip in the first like 20 seconds of the trailer. He goes, "We're gonna heal the world because he is a scientist naturally." So I don't know. The trailer's good. I can't
Well,
wait.
you said it first, and then Venom ended it.
Well,
by saying
yeah,
that,
but
right?
that's you ruined it for people. Come on, you're ruining it for people. Sorry,
I don't care if Insomniac released a trailer that is like this, then they don't give a damn.
That's true. Well, yeah,
It's not
most
spoilers.
likely we're gonna get Harry as Venom. So I mean, or
Yeah,
MJ, one of the two. There's only two people.
I knew this was going to happen because they're doing the Ultimate storyline where there's probably going to be spoilers. Venom is the cure to all diseases. He's not an alien like he is in the main universe, and they're adapting the worst reviewed Venom ever, which is Harry Osborn. Everyone hated it, and you know what? Now Insomniac's doing it.
They're gonna love it.
Everyone loves it.
Yep,
For
they're gonna
some
love
reason.
it.
It's just the reverse. It's
Yes.
like they did Miles' origin, like my opinion, they did Miles' origin worse than Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse did his origin perfect. But I think
Go ahead, my bet.
I think there's a lot of fanboyism when it comes to these two games are like they're flawless. They have their big flaws. In some aspects.
I was seeing some stuff they were saying like see, this is what irritates me about people that are not saying you. They were saying that Lizard was going to be the new Venom, and there's a scene in the trailer where Peter's on top of him punching Lizard in the head, and the suit's like going crazy because Lizard's probably screeching and it's making the suit. If y'all know, Venom can't withstand certain sound, and people like did not put that together, and like in these comments and stuff that I was reading, and I'm just like, how are you guys Spider-Man fans? Like, this has been known in the Spider-Man lore forever, and it was like, I'm just like baffled.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what? How do you not know this? And it was irritating. Oh, it's gonna be Lizard, it's gonna be Doc. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, shut up. Like,
It would be cool.
it would catch people off guard, but it's not going to happen. Like I said,
it's going to be Kraven.
It's not going to be. Well, I think Kraven's going to get the suit. I think they're all going to have the suit on him at one point in time. I really do. I think they're going to throw that suit around like a hook around the corner. It's just. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, I'm just saying. I wasn't trying to be. Like her being the final character that Peter has to quote unquote beat/save. It's gonna be Harry Styles. Harry Styles.
I don't know because there's many routes they could take because it could end with
No,
Eddie
they
Brock,
said
where
no.
they can
Eddie Brock was
introduce-
not involved in this situation with Venom at all. So
Lexi.
that is.
You gotta let go of it.
Big
put-
win.
You gotta
Oh.
let
Character they had.
They just
Yeah.
they are I think Agent Venom because he. And I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Movies they've watched. Everybody has at least watched one of them. It does not matter who you are. It's just what Spider-Man has.
That's peak fiction.
Yeah, have James Gunn do it. If James Gunn could make Polka Dot Man cool.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
He
now
could
it's
be your
time for
protagonist.
Red
Chat,
to.
I just fixed the audio.
It's-
Apologies. Continue.
It's time for Red to get us all down and explain why he hates this trailer, why he hates this game. All
I'll give
because
you a
it's
hint.
PlayStation exclusive.
Because you don't have a PlayStation 5. You should have seen him, the messages we got once we showed him the cover. You knew it. I'm sorry. I'm
My
buying
man
the
will
I'm
say-
buying the covers and the
My-
PlayStation controllers. I can't say much.
My man would say that this 2.5-minute Spider-Man trailer is spoilery, but doesn't complain about a 50-minute Starfield Direct.
Because they're different types of games, Assassin.
I agree.
Listen, they're completely
Really?
different.
But
I
they're
second-
third-person over-the-shoulder games.
Because 45 minutes into Spider-Man, you've already established the entirety of what's gonna happen. Like,
The fact that people can look at Spider-Man and predict who's going to be Venom, they already see the... I think it was a problem when they showed Spider-Man getting the symbiote suit.
Yeah,
I think that
100%.
in and
That's
of
exactly
itself,
what
they
I
sh-
said.
Yeah, I will agree with
Like,
that.
they shouldn't have done that, and they're leading into it because they have to now. But,
I'm
Red, I
gonna-
agree with you. Like, they should have kept so much more silent about this.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
need it.
I-
It's
About the
Spider-Man.
symbiote specifically.
I think I know how this game's gonna end.
They should have focused
Yeah?
it on Kraven, and then the whole thing ends up around the symbiote, and the symbiote shouldn't have been really touched.
I think.
Yeah, but Damarco,
Marketing.
here's the thing. You're going to be wrong because none of us will expect the ending.
well.
Like,
I
none
think a
of us
lot has to
expected the
do
ending
with.
of the first game.
I think Peter's gonna die because that is literally Miles' story. Peter has to die.
Yep.
At some point, like in the universe, unless Miles doesn't originate from that universe, Peter dies. That's why he becomes Spider-Man. But it's different in the Insomniac universe. But I think they're gonna left wing. Peter dies. I think it's gonna
No,
happen.
I think the symbiote's going to be sent to the future and bond with Miguel O'Hara just for the fuck of it. It's a fucking canon. It's a canon event. now.
That would be
I don't know. I think adding Miguel O'Hara, that's like a whole can of worms.
Well, Oh, yeah.
I like
And
that Mitch has
especially with,
patiently not said a single
especially
word in
with-
the past like 20 minutes.
across,
I feel so bad
especially
for
with
Mitch.
across the Spider-Verse.
So I'm actually watching the gameplay for the first time. The game looks pretty amazing. I will say that.
Oh, look
Have you
at
ever have you ever played? Oh, because you don't have a PlayStation, do you? So you never played like the first one either.
Well, he has a
I
PlayStation.
played
He has a PC.
Ultimate Spider-Man, the one that looked like a comic book.
Oh, 2012, 11, something like
Way
that.
before that, I think it was
Maybe
04,
09.
05.
Was it, you're talking about the fucking original Xbox one that come out. Holy crap, you're talking a long time.
I played it on PS2. Yeah,
Yeah,
that game was fun.
Yeah, it's a good game. Very good game. Like I said, I'm a
Yeah.
Spider-Man guy. I've played every one of them at some point in time, and I've beat every one of them at some point in time. Over again, I've done it. I'm sorry, Red can't play because he can't play because he doesn't own a PlayStation 5, but it will be on PC on July 12th or 13th.
Just like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
It was
July 12th.
revealed to me in. It was revealed to me in a dream. It's real.
I'm actually gonna
Dreams
hold
don't
you that.
lie.
I like to hold on to dreams. You know, I
Well,
dreamt
I
that
mean,
you
to be
bought
fair,
Baldur's
last
Gate
year
for
I had
PC.
last year I had a dream that GTA 6 was going to be revealed on like a June something. It didn't say what
Yeah,
year.
no.
It just said June. It's going to be a summer announcement. I think next June. Dreams don't lie.
No,
everybody.
Rockstar likes to reveal their games in October.
Yeah, it's in October. It's gonna get shown in October. That's like one of those other things. It's been leaked. All right, we're not gonna get on topic with Grand Theft Auto because that's another 20-minute topic easily.
Yeah,
Grand
so
Theft
Red,
Auto
explain to
6
us why
coming
you
soon.
are not excited for Spider-Man. And why you hate
Spider-Man
it.
sucks. You know why? Because it's on PlayStation. No, I'm kidding. No, I can't wait to play this game. I just have to play it on PC, which I feel like I kind of prefer now. If I know that a PlayStation exclusive is going to be coming to PC, I'll just wait because whenever you plug in your controller, I'm more familiar with the Xbox controller. And Spider-Man has a ton of button prompts. No one can deny that. Ton of QTEs. So when the circle button pops up, I'm like, I'm looking down at my controller
hold
like
up.
a fucking 40-year-old man, or 40. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the 40-year-olds out there. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You.
Wait, how old are you, Wolf?
Hold the fuck on. Hold up. You were giving Damarco shit about wanting to play Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox, but when it's Spider-Man, a PlayStation game, you say, I'm gonna wait to play it on PC. Motherfucker, pick PC or console. You can't have both.
But I have to wait for that to come to PC.
I have both.
Baldur's Gate is coming to Xbox.
You can't
I
have
know,
That
both,
you have to
man.
wait for.
which I have to wait for. Exactly. That's my point.
So get it on PC.
But it's coming to Xbox, so I will wait for it to come to Xbox. Is what I'm saying.
You know, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't give a fuck about Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sorry, I don't care about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
We're just pissing DeMarco
Demarco's
and Red off
face.
this whole
DeMarco is
podcast.
This isn't my show.
He's
Get
like,
off.
get out.
Get out.
No, because I figured I
ever show your
realized
face
it
here
as
again.
soon. I realized it as soon as Red said, "I don't mind waiting for PC," and the first thought in my head is, "Well, motherfucker, why do you have an Xbox console? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's basically a PC.
If you prefer playing on PC and waiting for PC, why do you have an Xbox in the first place? Just
I
play
can see
Starfield and Spider-Man
DeMarco
2 on
judging
PC."
me.
Her.
I can see DeMarco judging me still.
Why are you friends with Lexi?
I mean, Red did meet Lexi from you, by the way. I just wanted, or was it from you, or was it just on the show in general?
Kick her off Floorfield. You just she holds you back.
Yeah, Mitch, do it.
She
Holding
said
you back.
Mutiny.
Stop being
Mutiny.
big on with her.
Why did you have to
Wait,
do
hold-
that voice?
I
though?
just stated my opinion. I don't.
You're
like
entitled
Baldur's
to your own
Gate.
opinion, but you're wrong, and I hate you.
Oh,
It's
damn.
their
You
channel
know,
is called
you have
Lorefield, not Lore's
literally-
Gate.
No,
You have literally summed up. You've summed up cancel culture in a nutshell. I hate you. I don't care what your reasoning is.
Exactly.
There's
No, I'm
cancel.
only kidding, no. I'm only messing.
I hate you. I'm mad because I just want to be mad.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You're entitled to your own opinion, but you're wrong, and I hate you and die and kill yourself. Yeah, so that's literally how the internet works. I love it. Mitch, you having a good time?
In this case, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I learned some new stuff about Spider-Man.
He's being so
There you
quiet.
Yeah.
He's
Mitch
being
is
so
such a
quiet,
gentleman.
and now he's being told that he has to kick off his podcast mate. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why did I join this podcast? What am I doing?
Lawfield would fall apart without me.
Yes,
That
there
is
you
true.
go. There you go.
That's
There
absolutely
you go.
true.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
So,
I
Red,
love it.
answer my question. Why are you okay with waiting for
Can't
Spider-Man
fire
2 on
me.
PC, but why are you wanting to play Starfield on Xbox?
Because, Assassin, I am ready to wait for Spider-Man to come to PC where I can play it with my Xbox controller. That's it. The button prompts and everything are there for an Xbox controller. I'm just more comfortable playing it that way. Now, I will say, all the PlayStation games that I've played in the past 2 to 3 years, I have played with an Xbox controller because I have the tech. Brooks adapters. Look it up. Very, very handy. And by the way, shout out to Yusuf Vinny. Hang on, Yusuf Vinny. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for hanging out with us and acknowledge me and not acknowledge that you heard me say thank you. Thanks, bro, for being here. Seriously. And Andrew, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. I wasn't saying anything bad about 40-year-olds. I don't know why 40 came to my mind. I meant to say 80. My dog's sneezing. Anyway,
That's a good recommendation, by the way. 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's a very good film.
Andrew,
What the
again, I
hell was
apologize.
Was that an
Oh, Steve Carell
orgasm?
dead?
What are you guys
Wait,
hearing?
no. He's playing Gru. Like, he's doing Despicable Me 4.
You didn't
By
hear
the
that?
way... Wait, what?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Alright,
What
next
did I
topic.
hear?
So anyway, next topic.
Steve Carell?
He said 40-year-old. He said
Oh!
40-year-old, so I said 40-year-old virgin's a good film.
It is a good movie. But Damarco, the reason I want to play Baldur's Gate with you so bad, but if I listen, hey, how about this? Listen, if you can find information that I will be able to port my shit from PC over to Xbox when Xbox version releases, I will buy Baldur's Gate for PC, and I'll be ready and waiting. But I have to sit
looking
in
it
this
up right
chair
now.
for 15 hours a day and play it with you when I could be on my couch naked.
You can plug your PC
Whoa,
into your TV and still use your
I'm
controller.
curious.
So-
How do you render videos? Because I know you can't edit videos on an Xbox. I mean, you could, but you'd have to homebrew Windows on it.
Yeah,
You don't have a
and
proper
Red,
PC,
why-
do you? Or do you?
Sorry,
No,
Andrew-
because if he had a proper PC, then he'd be playing games on PC. So, how are you rendering videos, my dude? Like, your computer must be, like, screaming at you.
You're asking me how I'm rendering videos?
Also-
I have a great PC.
Well, play
Also, if
PC
you prefer
games
playing
then.
on PC with an Xbox controller, why don't you just sell your Xbox and just play Starfield that way?
Yeah, if you've got the PC.
I
Like,
just prefer to sit on my couch half naked when I'm playing games.
yeah, you can do that on PC.
But I'm
Like, it's not hard to
comfortable-
plug your PC into the living room and just,
I
like,
know. I
have a
literally
controller.
Actually, all right, listen. I have a confession to make. I actually purchased a $40 ultra speed 25-foot HDMI cable just for that. So I'm sorry. Whenever I do play PC games that I know I'm going to be sitting there playing for a while, I plug them into my
And
TV.
if you don't like the wired controller experience, get the Wi-Fi like antenna thing, plug it in
I
with the
do.
Bluetooth, and then just get an aerial like I have up there, and then you
have
can whack one of these bad boys on.
Now DeMarco's even more upset with me. He's like, so fuck me then, right?
Nah, I just see a man that's making excuses. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
he won't.
So
he won't-
we
I
have
just-
got
I
on
just see a man filled to the brim with BS, and
All
it's
right,
coming out your
DeMarco,
ears.
when is this game coming out?
August 3rd.
So in 1 week.
August 3rd. Well,
All right,
a little
DeMarco.
more,
I
a week and a
will
couple days, 'cause
remember.
it's
I
Thursday.
will remember to not try it.
Because you
remember
know
that.
I will
the
remember
thing
this.
is, no, I'll remember it too. And the reason I'm gonna take advantage of this, Mitch, or excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm reading in the chat and I see Mitch. DeMarco is so passionate about this game, and he really wants to play with somebody. And I really am into what I've seen in Baldur's Gate. This is the co-op experience I've been asking for so long. And he's sitting here saying, play with me. I'm like, fuck you. And so, you know what? For that, I apologize. You know, DeMarco, We're gonna talk after the show. We'll see what can happen with Baldur's Gate. Oh, here he comes.
And
Here he comes.
and with that, Mac, you and I are off the hook for
stream
Payday
it
3.
together. Go around each other's houses, stream it together.
We could
Sit on the same
we could do
chair.
That's what I
On the
wanted
same
to do
chair.
from the get-go.
Have a gay old time.
that. Well, yeah. Speaking of gay, no, I'm kidding. Well, this is not the right thing to go into. Andrew says, ripping me twice. I've got 3 kids, so I have proof I've had sex at least 3 times. I love.
At least.
I love that.
Damn,
so
if
much.
you've only had it at
Oh,
least 3
come on.
times.
God.
How often did you have it?
Well, it was like he had sex exactly 3 times, and all 3 times he had a kid. Damn, Andrew, just be.
I don't. If the world isn't telling you to just stop having action, then
Stop.
I don't.
Stop sexting.
It's like stop.
Yeah, Bushido, what's up, bro? He said, what it do? What does it do? That's a good question for the panel. What does it do, Mitch?
It do. I don't know, man. It do be Tuesday.
It do be Tuesday. Yes. Damarco, what does it do?
Actually, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Well,
my
that's a
my,
matter
my
of-
wall clock. It says Wednesday.
Wednesday, my dudes.
Demarco's just lost it.
I just want to
meme
play.
just popped
I
in
just.
You
wanna
know,
play
it's
Baldur's
pretty
Gate?
crazy. I told DeMarco 2 weeks ago that I'd played Baldur's Gate with him, and he never said, "Oh, I'll play," with
When
you.
did
He
you
just-
say that?
I did. I did say
When?
this in one of our streams. Go back
He
and watch
did.
it. I literally talked about buying it on the 3rd, and you're like, and you didn't say nothing, but yet this whole time you've been asking
I
Red to play it,
never-
and his ass ain't playing shit. I'm the one
I
buying
never
it.
heard
So now
that.
I'm gonna play it by my damn self and enjoy it by my damn self.
Damn.
Anyway.
never heard that.
Oh, man.
I'm super disappointed
I
that
can
I've discovered
confirm,
that Wolf
DeMarco,
has
he
a
did
real
say that.
PC and
I
he's not playing.
swear to God, I never
games
heard
on it.
I think he said it like a week or 2 ago. Wouldn't some reason in like the past 2 episodes? I think he said it, and you just didn't say anything. You were just focused on Red.
It went. I promise you, I missed it. I just missed it. I'm sorry. I didn't no disrespect.
It's okay.
Well, since you 2 are gonna play Baldur's Gate 3, Mac, you and I are off the
It's-
hook for Payday 3.
So I was
It's-
on talk
Oh,
already.
fuck.
I don't give a shit.
No.
It's fine. Every time someone DMs me, I go, I'm so popular. I don't want to be popular. No,
Please,
I'm just kidding.
stop.
Nobody DMs me.
Yeah, stop this, please.
well,
end this. I did. Popularity is
if
just
I-
too
if-
much.
If I ever had time, Lexi, I would DM you and say, "Hey, I'm interested in playing Final Fantasy 14. Can you give me some pointers?"
Get good, scrub. Just
Yeah,
just
no, I
tank.
figured.
Just play the game, bro.
Yeah, I figured. Just tank. Just go with whatever build that works for you, and just go. With it.
It's actually a good environment because you can't be toxic. You can get banned for being toxic in chat. So it's
Literally
really
1984.
it's
Nice.
it's a super friendly community just because all the toxic people get banned.
Nice.
And
So-
you'll know toxic people because they're called mentors.
I play Siege all the time. What are you talking about toxicity with me?
God. Yeah, and you have your mic on when you're playing, right?
I do, yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
If
You know
Final
how
Fantasy
satisfying
14
it
had
is?
voice chat, I'd scream.
You know how satisfying it is, Red, whenever we win, and I just scream at everybody that they're an amazing triple nipple chinchilla and just leave them shocked. They don't say a word, and then we just.
That is very, very
satisfying
fun.
that is?
What I loved doing, whenever I was super into Modern Warfare 2, well, all of them really, but just when the heat was on, when I had 175,000 gigs on my fucking Xbox to play them, people be screaming as soon as the match ends. It's like that, like cutoff, right? It's like complete silence, and it's like, all right, guys, we've got him. Good job, and then. You
Why
go
you
straight
just become
into
Price?
like the match ends, and then it's just like, and like everyone's like screaming already, like screaming at each other, like blaming each other, and then you're sitting there like, it's a good game, guys, and they're like, yeah, beep 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 beep, just like losing their mind, and you're like, hey, good job, guys, great group of guys, thanks, guys. That's what I love doing the most. So yeah, so Spider-Man, that's our Spider-Man 2 talk.
Wait, how did we get from Spider-Man to all this?
Toxicity. That's how.
Baldur's Gate 3. You said that you weren't going to play it. Demarco took offense. Red caved and said he was going to get it on PC.
I said I don't care
though...
about. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I just don't understand Baldur's Gate.
Well,
I don't get it, bro.
I'm very interested.
I'm a zoomer.
You know what, Damarco? I feel like I cannot pass up the opportunity to play a co-op game with this amount of depth and breadth and whatever it ends with that DTH. I feel like I can't pass up this opportunity to experience everything with you day one. Oh, what's he grabbing? Yahtzee. Oh,
that is not a Yahtzee thing. Correct yourself.
Oh, it's a. I couldn't see. He's muted.
I rolled a 20 on my charisma check. Right there.
He's a nerd
shit.
confirmed.
There we go. So he convinced me. So maybe we'll stream it. I don't know. Maybe this will be like a
You
new
can borrow
series.
some dice if you need.
Oh my
Cool,
god.
let's just talk about Mitch, because Mitch hasn't said nothing the last 35 minutes.
Mitch, what's going on with you, man?
Okay, I have not played Spider-Man. I have not played Baldur's Gate 3. I have not played Final Fantasy 14. So I don't have
I think
anything
you picked the
worthwhile
wrong
to
game to
add.
be on this podcast. Okay?
No.
If you see what Mitch plays, is he played he said he was said he was going to play Red Dead Redemption 2. He played it for one day and then he went back to his F1 games.
Damn right.
Well, look, that's fair. We're not going to judge it. Let me ask you something, Mitch.
It doesn't even play Forza. He just goes straight on to F1 2021 or what is it? Which is the new one?
Mitch,
3.
since you played Redfall,
2023.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you enjoy Redfall?
More than most people, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Did you actually
Reasonably
finish it?
so. No.
Okay, funny. I don't know why. So funny. So what other arcane games have you played?
Prey, the original Dishonored, and about 20 minutes of Deathloop.
What if DeMarco told you that Arcane Studios, the developers of Prey, Dishonored, and whatever else you just said, are now working on another single-player game? What would you say to that?
I would be cautiously optimistic, and although I said I enjoyed Redfall more than most people, I would hope that they learned some lessons from it.
There you go. DeMarco, you want to take this one away? Because this is your baby.
Hell yeah! So the Arcane Leon, Arcane Austin, 2 separate Arcane studios. So when inevitably the fire comes, that same way that Bethesda Austin versus Bethesda Maryland, right, in Fallout 76, it's gonna happen with Arcane. So Arcane Leon is probably going to release the next game. Arcane Austin released Redfall. But job listings, and normally I think job listings are kind of because people try to make connections that don't exist. Like if you remember, there was a time way back when that people were looking at job listings for Starfield, and they were looking for video editors. And everyone was like, oh, we're going to get a trailer soon. And it's like, no. And we didn't get one for another year because looking at job listings is usually stupid. But this was a good sign. Because they did explicitly mention in the job listing they're doing only single player, or they're looking for talented single player developers. They did mention they want someone who had online experience, but it was more like online connective or online services, not multiplayer. Otherwise, they would have said experience in multiplayer games, right? So that possibly means it's not going to be Dishonored, because most likely it won't be Dishonored, because Leon is the studio that made Dishonored 2. So if they were going to continue it, Arcane Leon would probably do Dishonored 3 as well. Not saying it's impossible, but that's...
I say a new Prey is what I would say for the Austin one.
Yeah, Austin can be working on Prey 2, or they might be doing a brand new IP. There's pros and cons to each. Brand new IP, obviously, you can get hopefully a lot new people on board. Prey 2, you get, since they did have Redfall as their last game, you kind of get the goodwill of Prey fans like myself, who come in and go, another Prey? Fine, I'll give you that chance, right? So that cautious optimism, that trepidation that you have going into it. But I'm still going to be very interested as a big Prey fan. So that's the next up for Arcane. A lot of us hoping that they really did learn, because we know that ZeniMax was kind of forcing, based on what Jason Schreier said after Redfall came out, they were forcing the multiplayer, they were forcing the microtransactions. 76 was a culprit of that. Wolfenstein Youngblood was a culprit of that. Redfall was the most notorious today, the most notorious or recent example of that. So now that they're under Microsoft, thankfully that's going away.
I heard a rumor that ZeniMax made the 76 decision when Todd went on vacation after Fallout 4.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Like he
That's
came back
nuts.
and because remember
that would
he
be-
did have a multiplayer idea for Fallout 4. So he goes on vacation
Yeah.
and then ZeniMax makes a decision. What's he gonna say when he comes back?
Yeah.
I guess we're doing this now. It worked out in the end because Starfield's next gen. Imagine that on the Xbox One.
Wouldn't have worked.
So
Exactly.
Prey 1, by the way, wasn't called Prey. They didn't even give it a name yet. I think Damarco would know this. They didn't have Prey was like a last minute decision with the name of the game. So I actually think they might go ahead and push the Prey name away if they want to. Maybe move on to the name that they were thinking about doing the first time, and maybe make this quote unquote a new IP. They might do something like that, or like you said, you might go on with Prey 2. But
That
that's
would
weird.
suck.
Well,
Yeah,
do you want to know
I
what's
just-
really weird? Human
don't-
Head Studios, which who were making Prey 2, the original Prey 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They became Roundhouse. They haven't really done anything, but seemingly they've taken over Redfall, so they're responsible for developing Redfall now, which is probably why the updates are so slow. They're only a small team, but
Yeah,
it's good to know Redfall is still getting support, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, they have that legal to some degree. I'm sure they could do like a refund or something. Be like, hey, we didn't deliver a refund. So like, they could get around it in a number of ways, I'm sure. But they do. So far, it's supposed
I
to
hope
be
they
two
stick with
DLC.
it.
It's supposed to
hope
be
they
2
stick with
DLC
it.
characters.
I hope they stick with it because it has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just
glad that they're still
Arcane
supporting
should
it.
never make an open world game.
Mm-mm.
Their style just we're not there yet, tech wise. It's just too big for them to handle, as we've seen with Redfall. They can't do
Yeah.
their style with open worlds.
They're great about having their linear-ish, open-ish, hub-ish worlds.
Yeah, because you can focus on the story and the the linear levels. But there's so many ways to traverse them. It's incredible.
I think it could
Like
work
Prey.
as if they wanted to do kind of an open world. I think it could work as a very hardcore Metroidvania, where you there's basically optional thing. You know, kind of more similar to, I guess. I want to say Jedi Survivor.
Say it.
In a way, where you do have that, but then they could have these really self-contained areas, but the tools you have when you go to them are limited due to the Metroidvania element. I think that's the only way that it could feasibly work. But even still, and then everything you've already done, there's really no reason to go back to other than some extra goodies that you could find, like a new bone charm if it were Dishonored, for example. But other than that, you're right. I don't think it could work for Arcane.
But when the technology's there and they, procedural generation's proper, they can just generate the world, then fill it in how they normally would. Instead of a backdrop, they just have, more to run around in. But we're just not there. Like procedural generation, like what Bethesda game studios do. That's like the rough outline of what they used to do for their worlds. Well, now it's a texture map that's like duplicated in a certain mathematical equation, I guess. So everyone has the same planets. So you have randomly generated planets, but like with No Man's Sky, if you visit this system, it's going to be the same system for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So that planet, even though you're offline, you're not playing with anyone, that world's going to look the exact same as for everyone else because it's set on a format. It's too smart for me. I don't know, but I just there's smarter people who design this. Obviously,
I've got a question about Arcane Austin. So, Deathloop was a commercial and critical success. I believe it outperformed expectations. So why is a Deathloop sequel not really in the conversation about this Arcane Austin single-player game?
Because that was Leon.
Oh, they could be like lending a helping hand.
They do. So they do. The studios do work together. Because obviously there's a lot with Arcane's design, and some of the people who worked on, for example, Dishonored 1 when it was technically Arcane Austin, I believe. Like I believe Dana Nightingale is one of the more prominent ones. And they were at Arcane Austin, and now they're at Arcane Lyon. And so they do help out with one another on certain projects. Their identity's very similar, but they still kind of have their own unique projects that they do. So Deathloop is very specific to Arcane Lyon.
Okay.
All you have to remember is Austin tends to use the Unreal Engine, and Lyon tends to use the Void Engine. And
Like
if you don't know about the Void Engine, it was based on the worst iteration of id Tech. Remember when Dishonored 2 and like their games that keep launching buggy?
But now it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the Void Engine, right? I mean, that's what you get for custom engines. That's just what you have to come to expect, unfortunately. But custom engines, you can do stuff. You can do whatever you want with it. Like Rockstar Games, they just bing bang boom. It's a GTA game. Like it can do that. It can do the. It can handle shit, I guess.
Well said. It can handle shit.
But they tend to use different engines. I don't know why. I don't know if that's. But all you really have to know is one of them is French and the other is not French. That's how you remember it.
Oui.
Oui.
Yeah. Pretty
Perfect.
much. That's. Guy comes on stage, has a French accent. You know there's French.
That's great. Look, I'm
Nice.
gonna give another 3 minutes here. I want the chat to vote on the final topic. So you have 3 minutes. No, I'm lying. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Go! Vote in the chat. I want to know what the final topic will be because we're running out of time, and I don't want to. I'm going to be respectful to everyone's time from now on because I'm a new man. I don't know.
It's a dead
wait.
heat.
Yeah.
Some dead heat. Oh, is that a game?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I mean, you click on a button and you try to get your thing to go higher. It's a fun game. Dead
Oh,
heat.
I got a topic. Did
Oh,
you
okay.
see that? Did you see that Simpsons Hit and Run was fully remastered by a fan and it's never going to be released? While
I
you
did.
wait for the poll to close.
Oh,
It's been like
okay.
that. It's been like that. He's been messing with that for like
Yeah,
years
he's been
now.
building it, but he officially finished it.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
now
it, I've
he's
seen it.
and now he's moving on to. Do you guys remember again? Just stalling for time as the vote goes. But do you guys remember Lego? It was Lego Island, I think, like a PC DVD ROM game, back in 2000 or something.
Nightmare
and,
Fuel.
And you like there's the pizza place and there's the skeletons and the race tracks and you ride around like on a skateboard and there's the beach, and all the really fun NPCs and Lego people you could talk to. And it was a great game, and I played it for ages, and I loved that game.
Sounds like Lego.
And-
I'm
Worlds.
sorry. It's not great.
It's amazing,
It's not. It's
just
creepy.
like Baldur's Gate.
It was made in a time where Lego was failing. Okay, this was before Bionicles saved Lego,
And it
now they've
saved the
ruined
company,
Bionicles.
god damn it.
Yeah, it saved the company. Bionicles did, and now they can't even be bothered to make Bionicles. Bionicles were the shit when I was a kid.
I had one Bionicle, but anyway.
They should
that
bring
was me stalling
Bionicles
for
back.
time. Anyway, you'll never be able to download any of these games because he does it like for fun. And I think if he released it, it would be a lawsuit.
Yeah, it would 100% be a lawsuit. I'm gonna go ahead and throw one more topic. I'm gonna actually head out a little early, you guys. Everybody,
Yeah.
Mitch, you weren't here for it, so unfortunately, I'll have to tell you another time. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Mitch, thanks for showing up. Lexi, same to you. Assassin, Damarco, Red, always good to talk to you guys. You know, I haven't talked to you guys much this last week. But I will catch you guys later. Find me on Twitter. Blah blah. You guys know the rule. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.
All
I
right,
got
love
some
you,
stuff
bro. Hit
going
us
on.
up if you need anything, man.
Yeah,
Take care,
I'll be-
man.
yeah, you too, Mitch. You have to wait. Do you own an Xbox?
Me? Yeah.
Okay, you have to add me then. So, all right, it's just MacBound. It's easy enough. So,
Okay.
I'll stalk you if you do. Okay, see you later.
All right, see you, bro.
I have one more topic to stall for time, which is apparently I don't know if this is a troll or not on X.com, But apparently there's going to be a press conference on unidentified flying objects taking place tomorrow.
Yeah, baby!
For all
That
you
is true.
Starfield fans, we're going to be learning about aliens, and there's going to be testimonies from former military personnel.
Wait, is that what happened a
and-
few months ago and everyone ignored it for some reason?
What?
Like, there was
This is-
literally
this is
UFOs in
actually-
the sky and everyone ignored it.
So, Lex, I think what you're referring to is a press conference put on by this guy named Stephen Greer, who's kind of a grifter. This is being put on by the U.S. Congress. So this is like
the
legit.
government
damn.
hosting it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Do you know, it wouldn't surprise me. The government's already run by aliens. Like, the aliens have been guiding us. They put me in a mental
Guiding us.
institution. The aliens are here. They're here. They are our government. You know Secret Invasion, where, like, the Skrulls take over? That is aliens. That's why Mark Zuckerberg's a lizard, and that's why he wants all your data, because he's sending it to the aliens.
Of course.
Of course, it wouldn't make sense. And
Yes.
Elon Musk, he's here to destroy humanity. Because he's sending us to the stars, and then we're going to get invaded by aliens, and then we're all going to suffer and become slaves to aliens.
Wouldn't it be smarter to keep us here on Earth, locked on Earth, so that they could, instead of spreading us amongst the stars? So wouldn't
Well, no,
Elon Musk
because
be
then
our
it's not
savior?
fun. What's
Oh,
the
they're
point
like
for
Predator?
the aliens?
They like the hunt?
They like the hunt, yes. So
Okay,
they've
so
got
it's
to
like
build
Predator.
up our arsenal, so we've got to fight them. But they're just going to obliterate us anyway. They just want to fight.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, you know, for this press conference, they're only going to say what they want us to know anyway, so it's going to be kind of...
Right. Well,
It's gonna be
and
kind
the
of
thing
phooey.
is, they could
There was a
even
guy
come
in Area
out-
51. He wrote about all of his stories. He saw aliens. I don't know what he's called.
Abulzar. I know too much about this topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
him.
man.
Him legit worked for the government. Like, he wrote a book. His experiences in Area 51. I don't know.
Is he official though, or is he just capitalizing on the fact that he knows people will buy into it because he has that unique perspective, and he might have been there, but
He did work there. They had like spokespersons confirm it. He did work there. The extent to what he did there, some people, like, they officially say he was just a security guard. He insists he was a nuclear scientist.
yeah. So is he writing this book being like, oh, there's gonna be so much, and he's just like the smartest guy among us because he's sitting there like, I did work there. I'm gonna write this book. Everyone's gonna buy it. And then now he's sitting on a couch of $1 million and
Mitch,
more,
you'd know this.
and he's
Is-
like
is
chilling, having a great time.
Was he
sipping
the one that
margaritas.
said he saw one of the aircrafts and then he saw an alien through a window or something?
Yes. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah. And then he said it was running on Element 115, which is something that is real, but we've never been able to synthesize it without it evaporating in like a fraction of a second. It doesn't
Element
last long.
0. Oh my God, Damarco, we're getting closer.
Jake,
Now we're delving in
it should be
conspiracy
on
cast.
C-SPAN, which is on YouTube, and it's also a cable channel. They stream all the government hearings, so I'd bet it's on C-SPAN.
C-SPAN,
I
baby.
can't wait. I can't wait to see Gnort's Mr. Alien.
Fuck, I feel like I just made a poll for everyone, and I said, what do you want the final topic to be? Now all I want to do is talk about this.
No,
So,
we
Yeah.
got PlayStation event.
You
We
should
got
start.
PlayStation
You should
event.
start a spin-off show. The
Well,
Renegade
thing is,
Conspiracy
like,
Cast.
This show was meant to go off topic, but the people voted. Let's jump into PlayStation event real quick. Assassin, take us away with this upcoming PlayStation event. What the hell is this? What the hell is China doing now? What the fuck?
Well, China's collecting your data so they can like surveil us. Well, obviously,
Besides
that's
that-
why TikTok exists. TikTok's a data harvester, and we're all falling for it. Well, I'm not, because I don't go on TikTok, because I have a life. I don't have a crippling Final Fantasy 14 addiction.
Right? No.
No. See, I've derailed this entire podcast so much. This is why they have me on.
This is why we do it.
'Cause I'm just so good. I'm so good at derailing.
I'm trying to make us fit. Hey, Assassin, are you there? Perfect. Well, Chad, I'm sorry, but I thought we were going to talk about PlayStation, but I guess we're not going to talk about it. So I guess we're going to have to talk about aliens more, which just sucks. I'm kidding.
Wait, is Assassin have to lead the PlayStation topic?
He does. Do you know about this? Can you lead us into this?
No, I don't know about it.
Me neither.
Wait,
this is
who's
great.
reading the description?
All right, wait. I got this. Oh, there he is.
No, it's just for some reason the whole podcast, everybody's just been lagging on their audio. Like y'all sound like a bunch of aliens.
Exactly. That's what we've been talking about.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, but Red.
Bob
Yeah,
Lazar,
whenever
like
Red,
they don't want us to. They don't want us to reveal
it gets
the truth.
worse. It got.
As soon
It
as I
got
open those
worse when
curtains,
Red
there's
like
a sniper.
does his
There's a
high pitched
sniper.
voice. It just cuts everybody off, and then I can't hear anything. So. Anyway, so what
What are you
did the
doing?
people choose Red?
Are you like doing rolling around in your junk drawer or something?
No, I'm just putting my car keys to the side. What does it matter?
How many keys are on your
not playing anything.
keychain? Actually, how many keys do you think is on your keychain?
It's literally only 2.
That's I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What are you doing?
I
Are
only
you
have
hanging them up?
I
or
only
you
have
put,
2
are you
keys.
Are you putting them like in a drawer or something?
No, I'm just twirling them with my fingers.
Well, fuck. I mean, if I took a fucking 2 pieces of metal and went like this, like I said, I guess it would sound like a 70 keys. I apologize.
Alright, so what did the people vote for, Red?
We're doing PlayStation 5 event.
Yep.
The China Hero Project events. Yes, so, yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning, Sony Interactive Entertainment announced its lineup for the China Joy 2023. This is where video game developers in China come together, show off their games, specifically the developers that have partnered with PlayStation. Sony will be also allowing members of the public to come in, play some of these games, and their first-party games as well. Some first-party games that is going to be there for them is Gran Turismo 7, Sackboy, Helldivers, which ironically hasn't had a release date. Third parties such as Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 16 is going to be there. But the juicy part of it is the China Hero projects, and these are the games that Sony has a particular interest in making second party. So, as I told Red before, third party developer, first party IP. That's basically what these games. That's basically what they are. But they're from Chinese developers. Lost Soulside is on the list. It's kind of like Final Fantasy meets Devil May Cry. I don't really know much about the other games. I think Wolong is on that list. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just plays. Wolong found not Wolong.
What?
Wukong.
What?
Wukong. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I said Wukong.
I've.
You know the character with the monkey and the staff.
I don't know.
Yeah. Turns into
Yeah,
a
it kind of
bumblebee.
disappeared.
I
quite a
am
bit.
so out.
People
I
think
don't
it's not
even
coming
know
out.
what's happening. I know there's an Iron Man game in the works at EA apparently, new studio. I don't trust it because it's EA. I've always had this big idea for an Iron Man game, but you know, EA's
EA's doing a good. I have to give kudos to EA. No, I'm serious.
Wait.
I don't trust.
No, wait
the
a
new
minute,
studio
Lexi. What do you
to
mean
just,
they?
like-
What do you mean Motive is a new studio? They just made Dead Space Remake.
Wait, Motive's the one making it. I thought they made a new studio to do it, or they've acquired it. I don't know.
No, so Motive is making Iron Man, and then the new studio Cliffhanger is
If
making
it's-
Black Panther.
If it's a linear Iron Man game, I will cry
It is.
because that is such a waste of the eye. You can do Iron Man in open world. He can fly. Like that's literally like it's like you can't do Wolverine because he can't just like leap from building to be like that. Just doesn't work for like Wolverine. He has to be linear. But Iron Man, he literally flies. What's the point in making a linear game? You're literally ruining like the character. I'm sorry. You can have a better story. It's just not the same. Like Iron Man is perfect open world. Wolverine, he's not. That's why it's linear. Black Panther, linear. I mean, come on, he's just a dude in a costume, right?
So is
Hey, Mitch, you don't have to hold your mic up until you actually have to talk. You know, you don't have to hold it there. It's gotta be painful.
Yeah. Well, if I put it down, then you hear this.
Oh God, the winds of the gods.
The Gusts of Hermes.
It's like the bag of wind from the SpongeBob movie.
So I'll hold it. Thank you very much.
I love it. Okay, fine.
The magical
Laz,
beggar
would you be
win.
comfortable? No, yeah, I think.
Think of me as the Bob Barker of your podcast, always holding a weird ass microphone.
Okay, I'm sorry. The what, Parker?
Bob Barker, old host of The Price is Right. He had that long, skinny microphone. It was really weird.
Okay.
Don't know him.
I'm gonna clip you going.
Really?
Like this.
Is he like Dr. Phil?
No.
Is he like
Jesus.
Steve Harvey?
Someone in chat saved me. So there has to be somebody who knows what I'm talking about.
Is he like Joey McHale?
I don't know.
I think EA's been doing a really good job lately, though.
I do. To be fair, I do hear it's the best AAA company to work at in terms of like diversity. In not just
What?
as right. I
EA?
need to clarify. Apparently, it's got the best work environment for like.
Maybe in
People who
2001, but not anymore.
I would say the only thing I would say to contrast that is that Bethesda is the only gaming company that I know of that has a union.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So, I don't know if
Bethesda
that-
are strong, but I don't know if anyone's seen. There was a case of transphobia in ZeniMax Online Studios with a trans
So
developer.
ZeniMax Online actually doesn't. It's very different though. Like I don't think ZeniMax Online has the union. It's just Bethesda Game Studios.
It's
I
just
think.
Bethesda Games. Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
But I think I don't know. I just heard it in general. Apparently, EA is one of the best.
Okay, so some of the
work for.
best video game companies to work for are Bandai Namco, Capcom, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and what the fuck? Oh, Focus Entertainment. Well, I don't know why I thought. Yeah, those are the top ones apparently that are. The
Yeah,
most
listen.
I wonder who's at the
employee-friendly.
bottom.
EA or Activision probably.
I bet it's Activision Blizzard.
I mean, it has
Like
to be.
we've heard how sexist and how horrible it is to work there. Like I hope Microsoft better got like management, keep the talent that know what they're doing, but make sure like if they
Well,
have a strong
considering-
opinion that is offensive, they should keep it to themselves.
Well, considering that Mike Ibarra and Rod Ferguson both worked at Microsoft, they should know how much that Microsoft values their employees. I would expect at least Blizzard to
It's just
maintain-
I haven't
to get
like
better a
ever
little
since that trans person like news broke out, I haven't seen it addressed at all. Like we've had nothing. It's like Bethesda's just ignored it. I can't say that's definite.
Who?
It might have happened behind the scenes. I don't know. All I know is some Elder Scrolls Online. People tweeted about it, and to be fair, it wasn't the whole company. It was just between them and their manager, and they had tons of evidence because they recorded all the conversations after it started happening. Because
No,
you know,
so what happened?
their manager was like really horrible to them. They misgendered them on purpose. They weren't supportive of anything, and they were just treated like trash. And
Transphobic.
yeah,
Gotcha. I'm not afraid
and
to
it's just upsetting for someone like me to hear like this goes on, and even in pro LGBT companies like Bethesda, it does happen sometimes, but it's not the whole. It's like it's not the whole studio. It's someone. People have their individual managers, and some people they don't. I don't. Like you can have a transphobic opinion as long as you don't say it or try and belittle your personal opinions about it and say, oh, I don't like it. This is why I think it's stupid. I keep your opinion to yourself, because it's just not. It's not any based in fact at all. Sorry for going on this topic, by the way. It's just I thought that was interesting to bring up because.
Yeah,
And
no,
I got-
it was definitely relevant. And I think it's definitely worth like always keeping the conversation, at least.
It's in a studio.
in
It's either
people's heads,
sexism
because-
or like it's usually it's either sexism or it's targeting the LGBT community. That's usually what game studios have problems with.
Mhm.
And I hear some studios don't want to. They keep opening them up in Texas, and Texas is a really transphobic state at the moment. So, a lot, you know,
Can't
you have
confirm. Yeah.
you've got lots of pro LGBT devs, and they have to live in Texas to work at these new studios. It's like, could you get? I know it might be cheaper or whatever, but come on, like, think about your workers. You're putting their lives at risk essentially if you're putting them in a state like that.
Well, this is an unfortunate case of living in the United States. You're allowed to speak your beliefs. You're allowed to say what you want. You're allowed to say what you think. Is it right?
I think that's
no, but if you censor people because you don't like their opinion, then no one would have a voice.
I think people often confuse. There is freedom of speech, but there is not freedom of consequence.
Exactly. Yes.
You have to, and this is what these people often ignore. What they often ignore is, yes, you can say what you want, but what you're saying can get you into a lot of trouble for a reason. It's like you can't just
you and the people around you in a lot of trouble. Yep.
Yeah, you just can't spurt out racism. I mean, you could 60 years ago, but you can't do that anymore. Like, yes, you're entitled to that opinion, you can say it, but expect the consequences because you're going to have them. And that's what people tend to ignore.
Like,
especially
Red
on Twitter.
Came out on the podcast and said that all he liked was nachos and tacos, and he's going to get a lot of people from Texas on his ass.
Or in my ass.
You scared the hell out of me. When we were talking about people saying hateful things, and Assassin comes in with, if Red says... I was like, oh no, what's coming next?
What's happening?
If Red says he's going to be so happy when Todd Howard retires, and he's going to he's going to throw a party. Red streaming Starfield or like Elder Scrolls 6, Todd retires, he's going to have to party poppers, champagne. He's going to work out on his workbench.
Right, exactly.
Red would be the first perpetrator of age discrimination. Oh, Todd Howard is can't do Bethesda games anymore. He should retire and give it to Ashley Chang instead. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
Can you imagine Todd retires and Emil takes over?
Oh, dude, if there was anyone, it would either be Mike Chang or Emil. I mean,
who?
Wait, what's his name?
I bet it's going to be
Will Shen?
Will Shen. What did I say? Mike Chang?
Will Shen?
You said Mike Chang.
Well, you said Mike Chang,
the show,
you racist motherfucker.
Thank you so much for being here.
No. Do you know who I think would be the perfect takeover from Todd? His son, Jake.
Oh yeah.
One of his sons. One of his sons. The son that voiced the baby lone wanderer in Fallout 3.
Is his son a game developer?
He already has his name in the credits.
Well, so, Todd gave his son a copy of Skyrim, said, you play it if you like it. And he has been probably the worst mistake he ever made, because all his son keeps asking, so when you're working on Elder Scrolls 6? I think for Father's Day, Jake gave him, I think it was Jake. I don't know, he just said his son.
It was his birthday.
Yeah, gave him a card and it said, where's Elder Scrolls 6, please?
Yeah, it said, best dad ever, thank you so much for all you've done, but where is the Elder Scrolls 6?
Because Todd can't talk to Todd would have to talk to his family how he talks to us. Like, he wouldn't be able to say anything.
By saying
Not that his family would understand.
He would just look at his son and say, son, don't worry, it just works.
It just works.
No, can you imagine his wife just sitting next to him, trying to read a book, and he's there, like, explaining the direct, like, pointing out all of this stuff in their video, like, oh, this is that, and you see that moon, you can visit it, and that mountain, you can climb it.
No, I don't think Todd will retire. If Miyamoto can keep making games...
Mike Chang is the lead level designer at Sony Santa Monica. That's why I went to Mike Chang, just so everyone knows.
Fool.
Listen, Will Shen, Mike Chang, they're like bing bang, bing boom. You know, they're very similar. Bing bang, boom bang. You know?
That is very close.
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, that's very close.
Oh my god. Well, listen.
From Michael Jackson to this, jeez.
This is what I love about this podcast and whoever's left, whoever survived this long,
It is very unfortunate that this podcast is live, and I take the consequences. I my Michael Jackson comment earlier. I'd like to apologize. Please don't cancel me. I'm very.
I like to imagine that
Very
whenever Mitch sleeps after a podcast like this, he literally sleeps like this, but he's like vertical. He's like,
Oh my god.
'cause his
Jake
arm
in the
is just
chat.
stuck like that.
So what you can't see is that I have my elbow resting on the arm of my chair, so this isn't
Okay,
actually
so you're just kinda
uncomfortable at all.
Okay, I picture
like
you
You
being like,
you really
No.
need one of need one of these.
I do.
right.
I do.
Anyone else
You're right.
reading Jake's comment in the chat?
See, wait. Todd has a son named Jake. Is Todd Howard my dad?
Oh my god.
I don't know why I did.
Were
Halo
you
theme.
Were you 1 years old in 2006 or 7?
That's true. Yeah, Jake. When is your birthday? Your social security number and your.
Well, I
address?
think Jake has kids, so does the
Yeah, he
timeline
does.
ma-
He's had
unless
sex
he
with
just-
once.
Just to verify your credit card information and the little 3-digit code on the back to be sure.
Just to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't even have to.
And,
like, you don't
and
have to
there
if you don't
might
want
be a
to.
tiny
You could DM it
transaction
to me
fee.
if you need. I'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah, or me, or
That
Lex.
might be a
Yeah.
tiny,
have to put it in the
transaction
chat.
fee. Just a
Yeah,
tiny
just,
one.
just a little, just a little. But you can trust us. Though. Like,
Okay,
we'll take it. We'll give it back to. We'll give you back your information that you gave us.
okay,
That
let's
way you
make
know.
something clear real quick though. I don't think Todd Howard's going to retire because let's face it, game developers they don't. It's very rare for a game developer of that status and that prolific to leave the industry. I mean, for God's sakes, Miyamoto has been with Nintendo for how long, and he's still kicking. He just released Pikmin 4 like last week,
I think everyone's.
and he's in like his 70s or 80s.
I mean, the thing is, like I mean, when Elder Scrolls is out and like done and completed, like even a year after it released, what year do you think it's gonna be when Todd talks about?
I
being retired?
think when Starfield 2 comes out, I think Red, you are gonna have probably 2 kids.
Well, if he doesn't keep getting
In
divorced, he
college.
might have 2 kids.
In college, I might add.
I don't. Well, okay, fair, but Todd, Elder Scrolls 6. I'm sorry to everyone, but Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming until at least 2026, 2027, or something like that.
No, 2028.
That's
I'm sorry.
3-4 years away. What the fuck?
2028. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a next gen launch title. I can almost guarantee it. That would sell the next Xbox like.
Yeah. Okay.
That
so,
would, yeah.
So 2033.
Stop making me
Oh,
miserable
God.
this entire show, Lexi.
Oh,
Why
God.
do you come on here
do you do
and
this?
taunt me about the release date of Elder Scrolls 6, about how much you hate Baldur's Gate 3, spoiling
hate it, though.
Spider-Man for me? You're just ruining everything I love.
This is bullshit. By the
So
way,
for-
DeMarco, you,
Hi.
Mitch, go
Shouldn't
ahead.
have shaved your beard then.
For test 6, we're talking like 5 to 7 years, which is 400 spouses for you, Wolf?
But just about, yeah. But they,
Okay.
like 90% of them hate me, and the other 10% paid me. So it's not that they don't hate me; we understand each other. It's like it's done.
Okay.
Here's the money. We're
Well,
done.
see,
Do you-
DeMarco, see.
Do you ever pay them?
Well, he
what were
has
you
to
gonna say,
keep giving them
Assassin?
half. He can't have much more to give, right? This is why he doesn't play PC games. He can only afford Game Pass.
Exactly. Where do you think all my money's going? Come on. These
keeps
weddings are
getting
expensive. Yeah.
But DeMarco,
And
look on the
the
bright
divorces
side.
are
When
even
Elder
more
Scrolls 6
expensive.
comes out,
God,
it's going to
no.
look even better than Starfield.
I don't care if it looks better. I don't care if it looks like Oblivion.
I'm with you. Yes.
I
go,
care.
Fuck.
I mean, I do
just
care if
wanted-
it looks. I don't want it to look like Oblivion, but like, I don't care if it looked exactly like Starfield. I really like. I can't go backwards. It would be hard for me to if Todd Howard said, "Yep, we're gonna make Elder Scrolls 6. It's coming out next year, but it looks like Skyrim." Like that would be hard for me. But I
Right.
can't if he turned around and that's. But if he turned around, he's like, "Yep, we're releasing it in 2 years, and it's gonna look exactly like Starfield." I'd go, okay. And the only reason I want to remain hopeful is because they're doing work for the Elder Scrolls 6. Like that photogrammetry and I know they were scanning, and I know people like to bring up scanning in Shirley Curry. Honestly, that's because she's older, and they need to do that now in case unfortunate circumstances arise. So, but still, those environments were the desert environments, and they could work for Starfield. You could argue that that was for Starfield. But I also think that would be a good, better argument to say, because they were literally talking about Elder Scrolls 6 when they were showing that footage. I think that is a better argument that they were doing that environment scanning for Hammerfell. Because Hammerfell has a desert.
We've known it's going to be Hammerfell since Skyrim came out.
I know, and they were scanning the environments for the desert for Hammerfell, so they're further along
Yeah,
than I
like,
want them to think. And I just want to be hopeful.
7 years
and
af-
I'm
7 years after. Like
Okay.
Todd Howard, I think Todd Howard said in 2018, he was like, "Oh, our fans probably like can already know." He knows his fans are smart, but they literally like put like, a whole book and a quest line, literally just talking about Hammerfell.
Listen, if Baldur's Damarco that Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming for 5 years, wait till he learns about how long it's going to be till Baldur's Gate 4.
I don't care. I'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3 still.
I mean, probably, because that
until
game
4 gets
sounds
announced.
like...
But are you still playing Baldur's
He
Gate
said
2?
it's like. No, you don't need to play those. He said they're good game. They're good game. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are good games, but you don't need to play them. They are good games.
Wait,
though.
so Baldur's Gate is like the longer dev cycle version of Final Fantasy?
I guess I don't know. I don't know Final Fantasy well enough, but what I will say is that they said I think it would take at least, if you wanted to rush through Baldur's Gate 3, to rush through it, you would still be doing it for like either 40 or 60 hours. He said.
Oh, so only half of Persona 5. That should be easy for you, Red.
That's if you're speeding
I think
through.
Persona
And I
5 is
play
so
games
long
slow.
because you need to
I
play
play
for an
games
entire year.
slow.
Well, yeah, like in real time. The thing about
Yeah.
Persona, I and Bushido, who's not here anymore, so fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I love you.
Damn.
But the thing is, like, I genuinely wanted to take my time with Persona, so I spaced out my playtime. Like, I would play like an hour or two every other day, essentially. And then if I got caught up in bigger games like Dead Space, I would just focus on them and then come back to Persona. Persona came out in October of last year, and I'm just now about to finish it. So I feel like I've done a good job at making this game that I never wanted to end last, and now it's finally coming to an end. And I'm beating it, by the way, the save file at around 100 and I'm at 115 hours on this one save file, but my playtime says like almost 200 hours because of how much I've had to load back and like stuff. I don't know. I honestly don't know why. Maybe it's Xbox, but
Yeah, but think about Starfield's never going to end, right? Radiant
It's never
Quests,
gonna
I'm assuming they're going to be a lot more in depth. You're probably not even going to realize a bunch in the main quest. There's a bunch of side stuff you have to do. You probably won't even recognize it until you go
So-
for a second playthrough. But it's too late by then because you've already played the game once and you already love it, and you know you love it.
As long as they don't
fuck
make it
are
a
you
chore.
doing? Of course they're going to make it a chore. Why do you think the settlement system's like at the end of the game? Because they're like, oh, you don't like the settlement systems and our missions? Fine, we'll make it the end game.
do you guys think bounty hunting is going to be dynamic quest only? Do you think that bounty hunting will be ship-to-ship combat only?
I think it's going to be like Red Dead Redemption, where some are set, but you can, like in the Red Dead Online, they're random, like it's random what your target's going to be.
So you
depending
don't
when
think
you go
it's
to the
going to
board.
be ship-to-ship only? Because, excuse me, because one of the developers in the direct said, "Hey, and this ship is perfect for bounty hunting." So I'm assuming, obviously, we'll be able to just take our targets out by just blowing them up. In
Yeah, I
space.
think the targets are going to be randomly generated, but I think there's going to be like legendary targets, which are like
quest-based
designed
and
by
stuff.
the developers. Yeah,
Yes.
like but you've got to
100% agree.
build up. Nobody's going to give you that target. It's the suicide mission. You've got to work your way up the bounty hunting ranks to even attempt to take on this target. You might need certain bounty hunting upgrades just to think about. And you might need backup. Like, you might have to call in your bounty hunter friends. I don't know. Could be cool.
Right.
I think that Red should just deal with the fact that bounty hunting may not be in this game and just be glad that he can stand up in a ship in space.
Get
Is it actually confirmed in the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Where does it say it?
The
They
developer
say-
says it.
I need it written in ink. Remember when Todd Howard said the release date's written in ink, but he didn't actually say it was written in ink?
And then it got delayed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's literally the problem with journalism. He's like, so the release date is definitely coming out. It's written in ink, and he's like, well, it's pretty much written in ink. And then everyone said Starfield date's written in ink, and then it got delayed.
I was upset when
develop-
people were like, "Is Starfield delayed again?" I'm like, "It got delayed. Period. We don't know
I
when
mean,
the
it could get
release
delayed
date is
again.
coming." What?
Okay.
But the thing is, they were like, "It got delayed to this date," and people were like, "Is it coming though?" And then it got delayed again to now September. It
Just
got
wait.
fucking delayed. Period. Shut up.
I was one of those people.
sorry.
I was
On the
one of those
first
people.
of, on
Thank you.
I
I'm sorry.
mean,
I'm sorry. I love you.
on the
Wait to
1st of
November if I could.
October, on the 1st of August, they're gonna delay the game to March.
I would delay it to November if I were them.
No, they should. Do you know when they should release it? They should release it on Christmas morning.
Christmas
Everyone
morning?
deserves. Everyone deserves.
All these kids open up your presents, everyone. They open up, they go, and it's just a note that says, "Go to your room."
No, right? And
Damn.
Play
here's the thing,
Starfield, it's out.
the early access starts on Christmas. Like it's the early access actually starts on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So if you don't pre-order the certain edition, you'll have to play it in 2024 by technicality. So if you want to play this game on Christmas, you've got to pre-order it.
If you don't pre-order the Uranus edition,
Oh.
I'm
Which-
sorry,
that's a
they renamed
loophole.
Uranus to get rid of that stupid joke. It's now called Eurectum.
Oh, Mitch, or Marco, make a noise.
What?
Make a noise.
he's so confused.
There we go.
Have you ever watched Futurama?
I love Futurama.
Yeah, I just made a
Okay.
Futurama joke.
Oh,
Okay,
I missed
Red,
it.
you said you could talk about Starfield all day. Then I got
Yeah.
a question for you,
oh.
and it's the reason why I was concerned earlier about those animated shorts. What the fuck are Microsoft and Bethesda doing with the marketing? I'm worried. It's gotten to the point where I'm legitimately only excited for Spider-Man 2 a lot more because Sony is proud to hold their game up and say, this is ours. Microsoft and Bethesda just haven't done that.
I think to be, if I'm being honest, so the thing about you're saying you're excited for Spider-Man. I think the thing about it is we got the whole. You have to consider all the factors when it comes to the marketing. I'm gonna get serious smart mode here. Where
Oh God, Domingo's here.
no, but you think about like Starfield had
Let him be
40
serious.
minutes of gameplay footage that was shown off during the direct, and they really gave us like a good look at the game. And we can make some fair assumptions. Like notice how a lot of the speculation, even from content creators like myself, has died down because there's less to speculate about because we just know how things work. Spider-Man, as a much more story-driven game, they're taking kind of more of the movie, I would say, like the movie trailer approach, where they had their reveal, then they had kind of trailer number 1, they might have trailer number 2, then they have their release trailer, right? And that's it. And we're not getting
Yeah.
versus Starfield, which had 40 minutes of footage, and then they're gonna put out these little clips to keep people engaged, to keep people invested, right? They're cool, they're creative, they're fun. I'm sure that the team working on them is genuinely having a fun time putting them together. And I'm sure everybody at Bethesda is like really excited to when they get to see them as well, and it gets out to the world. So it's just kind of a good morale boost internally if you think about that in a way too. And then as it gets closer, a month, under a month to Starfield, which we're not there yet. So once we get to under a month until Starfield's release, then we'll start to see some other things pick up where, there'll be maybe an interview here about it, some new
Yeah, that's
stuff
what I
coming out
mean.
there.
That's what I
But
mean.
it's just not there
'Cause
yet.
For the past, it doesn't have to be the last month. I mean, for God's sakes, the past 3, 4, 5 months, we've had Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer. We had just had the Comic-Con event where they just showed off a story trailer. They showed off the console, the DualSense. They did interviews for the past 2 months already with Brian Intihar. It's just like, why does it seem like and Red? I know he loves it when I bash Sony because he's an Xbot. No offense, that's just how he is. He loves it when I hate hate on Sony. But I do blame Sony for the past few years when it comes to marketing, forcing people to up their expectations on what they get to see. Because, like, you can point this out to earlier in the year with Hogwarts Legacy. They had, like, 2 state of plays, and then they had multiple interviews. They had multiple PlayStation blog posts. They had so much marketing. There was Hogwarts Legacy.
That was a new game. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that was a new game on top of all of J.K. Rowling's comments at the time that they had to.
I know. I wasn't done with Hogwarts Legacy, but
Okay.
then
Seriously, screwed up.
Yeah,
the TV.
dick! Sorry.
Then the
Screwed up
TV
one.
ads. I have seen more TV ads for Spider-Man 2 the past month, and I have not seen a Starfield commercial
Well, yeah,
on TV
let
all.
It's
me-
Spider-Man.
As someone who works at a marketing agency, like that's my job. There's different marketing strategies that you can use, and neither of them is more or less. Telling you this as a fact, like a definitive fact. Neither of them are more or less effective than the other. And it's not rocket science, where you can have a quick burst of marketing where you are pushing it over and over and over in people's faces all the time, which is typically what Bethesda likes to do. And I know it's Microsoft. Like, now it's going to be Microsoft's marketing and Microsoft's marketing dollars, so it is a little bit different there. But Bethesda always waited till the last minute because that's what Todd liked to do, and then they had a big amount of spend in a short amount of time. So you would see it. It's about frequency of how often you as an individual are likely to see a particular advertisement, right? So they would do a lot, so you see it more often in a shorter span of time versus something like Spider-Man where they're going to stretch that out over a longer period of time. But the amount of times you see it, yes, you're seeing it more often. It feels like you're seeing it more often, but the amount of times you see it, like for example, per day or per week, are going to be generally less than what happens when Starfield's like really goes into their full marketing, right? Because they're not at that stage yet. They kind of are, because you're seeing marketing materials come out, whether it's the controller, the headset, the drink, whatever the drink was called that they had over on your side of the pond, Lexi. So like it's out there, but not in full swing.
It's literally up there. You can see how part of the bottles.
It's cut. Yeah, I could see, but I
Yeah.
can't see the name. It's cut off. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's just,
there's no right or wrong strategy, is all I'm saying, and
Well,
it's
it's
going to
not-
be just as
it's-
effective for them.
It's not just dragging out the marketing. It's just it doesn't feel like that Bethesda is proud to promote their product. They showed us 40 minutes of it. I will give them that, but then nothing for almost 2 months. No interview, no trailer, no nothing.
Well, they don't
jump
need
in
to.
here.
Like you
the
think about
problem is showing too much. Todd never wants to show too much. If he shows too much and then that feature gets cut, like think of the Fallout 4 demo, almost nothing in that got cut except for one thing, which is jumping out vertibirds. How dare you cut that feature? How dare you cut the feature jumping out your vertibird? Okay, back on topic.
That just makes it
There's
worse.
almost nothing.
That just makes it worse. Then why show a 45-minute direct? I would have just
Because
made it
it's
15 or
only
20.
pre-approved.
Because-
It's pre-approved stuff they've changed particularly for the demo. So it's not going to be the same. Things might not be in chronological order, and they might not make sense. Like in Fallout 4's demo, the power armor was not T45; it was actually T60, which they were showing off, and they even gave it a jetpack for the montage. And Codsworth, half of his dialogue is missing, because they completely skip over that. I don't know if that was edited or they did it in game. They made a special.
Yeah, because Red always jokes that I hate Starfield, and I don't. For God's sakes, I have it pre-installed on my Xbox.
Bethesda,
just-
Bethesda are pretty.
There's just too much. There are just too many little things and doubts about Bethesda that I can't ignore it.
Well, let me just. I'm not trying to be that guy. And now you're like, oh god, I'm ready.
Like I remember what Damarco said about his arcane single player about Redfall. How one bad game doesn't define a studio.
Well, I would say, okay, so Mitch and Lex, I assume that you are both around the same age. An assassin, if that's true, you are all around the same age. Damarco and I are 74 years old today. We're twins. But I'm kidding. But let me just say that if you
No,
have been a
how can you
Bethesda
be
fan-
twins? You can't be twins because you're Andrew Tate's brother.
Damn.
Clearly.
Damarco's wearing a wig. So basically,
Let me get that ding off.
it's glued on there. He's like,
It's like a Lego cap. There's just a Lego head under there.
I can't make it that. Is that loud enough? Okay, somebody's gonna clip that. Me doing that with my mic. So no, what I was gonna say is just that Bethesda's marketing has always been very special. Is I guess the way that I can word it. Because they always have done. We talked earlier, Assassin. You asked about have they always done this weird, animated release shit or whatever. They have always done something similar to that, sort of drip feeding at the very end, and they always do this thing where they've been very aware of content creators marketing their games for them. And they did it in this trailer, in the Vanguard in the New Atlantis trailer, where the dude goes and he signs up for the thing, and it shows like 2.5 sentences for like a split second. It's like, you know that we're gonna pause on that, make a whole video, and read it out. Like their marketing.
It's
is
just
made to be
generic
broken down.
terms of service. We have a right to terminate you if you breathe wrong.
Basically,
Or you
yeah.
look
and,
at
you signed up for
look at
death.
if you look. It's like Vladimir Putin, where you can't like just grab his hand and shake his hand or give him a hug. Like his security will like fuck it, like they will shoot you if you do that. You can't step out of line. You just have to kind of just stand back and go.
I guess. Stop. Could you be quiet, Assassin?
So when you meet Pascal Logan, he's probably gonna have some bodyguards, and he's gonna be like, "How dare you touch me?" His bodyguard shoots you, and it's game over. You have to restart from your last save, which was probably when you got out your ship when it auto-saved. So,
Well,
don't approach important people. Don't approach important
don't
people.
encroach on these people.
Their
with
bodyguards will kill you.
Yeah, you'll die. I would say to the point of like, I'm worried about the marketing. There aren't too many games that you can show. It's not like we saw 45 minutes straight of Starfield, of like one sequence of like a whole mission. They literally had to cut up. There's so much in Starfield, in Bethesda games in general, that they had to cut it up into a 45+ minute.
Say if it's like
direct.
the 2021 trailer, and then people saw an NPC walk backwards. Was it? Or
Right,
was it
with their head
2022
turned
demo?
backwards, right?
Yeah, they do
yeah.
miss stuff. But the
Yeah.
thing is, if there's a glitch like that they notice, that's getting cut because they can't represent the game that way. But also they're showing stuff that won't get cut, things that are finalized. And I'm assuming with the delay, they managed to. I don't know if it was true that they were restoring cut content. Because of the delay, they had time to, instead of make brand new content, you might as well restore the cut content, right? Which could mean this game could have the least amount of cut content because it's all been restored.
So one thing that I think really needs to be considered in this conversation about Starfield's marketing, and I've been pondering it a lot today with these new videos, is the discombobulation of it. So if you go all the way back to when we first got the teaser, we had the teaser, then we got 2021 trailer, 2022 trailer. We've had constellation questions, we've had location insights, we've had Into the Starfield, we've had this new animated series, we've had all this stuff, and it doesn't feel to me like there's a cohesive strategy. And I think one of the reasons for that is because there's been a lot of turnover in the brand management, in the marketing of Starfield. And this is news that kind of got glossed over years ago, but there has been a lot of turnover in that department. And I think that kind of
maybe that's why.
Yeah. I think it is why. And I think that's probably where your concerns come from, Assassin. It's been really weird. Bethesda's marketing is special, but they're doing it very differently this time. It almost feels like they did what they always did with the Direct, but then they also had all this extra stuff. And it feels like they threw a bunch of ideas on a corkboard and tried to put them all out there. And it's been great to see, but it's also been very weird.
But I'd like to point out too that despite all of that, because you expressed something that I've thought for a long time perfectly well, and I didn't know about the turnover part, like the internal turnover. So that was actually new information to me, which is super interesting, and it kind of puts a lot together. Actually, it fills in a lot of puzzle pieces. But throughout all of that, how difficult, and I know it just came up today, like again that they were back in stock, but how difficult has it been to get a Constellation Edition? How many people have been talking about this? It's trending on Twitter. I'm sorry, X.com. I'm pretty sure right now. Like
yeah, it's been trending by their zeets. Are you rezeeting your zeets?
Yeah.
I don't. It's trying to sound trendy, and now they're saying it's AI powered. It's algorithm powered. It's not like
yeah. Well, besides
Wally's.
the point.
Hang on.
That's a different topic.
Yeah. So Constellation Edition still sold out. Like it's pre-ordered up the wazoo. There's still trending on Twitter. It's one of the most popular like video gaming subjects on YouTube content. It's
hang on, is my pre-order cancelled? Let me check.
All of this inconsistency and despite all this emotion, and this is a video I wanted to make for a long time, or I've just had ideas bubbling around it, is like people will complain about the marketing, and those are the same people. Like the reason why a lot of folks, maybe you're a bit different, Assassin, but the reason why a lot of folks are upset about the marketing, those are the same people who are excited or the most excited and like buying the game day one. And they're upset about the marketing because I firmly believe a lot of folks just selfishly want to see more of it, not because they actually think the marketing is bad or because they have any concept, understanding, or knowledge of marketing and how it works.
Yeah, they haven't cancelled my order on the official Bethesda page. I'm happy.
Good. Fantastic. Look at that. Marketing's in check.
They've changed the icon next to the, like when you have a bookmark, it has the icon. It used to have the bird. I don't recognize it because it's just an X.
Oh, are you fucking serious? Okay.
Yeah, the little icon for me is an X with a red dot in the right corner.
Let me see this.
Oh boy.
I recognize things by their logo, and I just see it's X. It's like I've got a porn site on my bookmarks, and I've just called it Twitter.
It's still a bird on my end.
Interesting.
Oh, you're kidding me. They've rated, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie's PG-13. I'm disappointed.
Anyway, sorry, I was so hey, look, marketing I think is in good hands, and just like Allstate,
I think it
Chris
could be better.
and Hansen's trending. Is Chris Hansen dead? No. Okay.
What?
I will say
God,
on
the
this
Predators.
topic, it would be very worthwhile to listen to Damarco, because especially with this marketing cycle stuff, because he does it every day, and
Yeah,
I'm a better idea than anyone else here of what's going on.
It's not just the marketing though that's got me concerned. It's just it's just Bethesda in general.
Yeah, so that's a different conversation though. That has nothing to do with the marketing, right?
Yeah.
And that's an entirely different discussion.
Fallout 4 wasn't up to snuff. 76 bombs. Whether you like it or not, Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda had a hand in 76. It's just, I remember, and you said it perfectly with your recent Arcane video, Damarco. One bad game doesn't define a studio, and you're right about that. But that doesn't mean I'm not allowed to be concerned.
Of
and
course,
the fact that they're and the fact that they're not, or
No.
okay. Remember when Phil Spencer was interviewed by Kinda Funny and said, "You will find out whether Starfield's going to be 60 FPS at the showcase." He wasn't lying, but Bethesda didn't actually come out and say it during the directs. They just hid it in an Xbox Wire post.
He said it would be made clear before release. That was his comment.
No, they asked him, "Are we going to find out at the showcase if it's 60 FPS?" And Phil just said yes.
That was on Kinda Funny. As I recall, it was.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, will it be made clear before release was how I remembered that question. But
well, either way, it
And
just
he went,
seems like Bethesda is hiding something. That's just what I get these feelings before a game releases. That's why before Cyberpunk came out, I was like, I'm not feeling too good about this. Maybe I should trade it in for something else. And then 2 weeks later it comes out, and it's a fucking mess. That's the exact same feeling I'm getting about Starfield. And I don't like that feeling at all. I really don't like it.
Starfield is going to be a mess for a lot of people. It's going to be buggy. People are going to be isolating these buggy incidents and spewing it all over the internet the way that they have done for years and years and years. But those incidents are not going to be indicative of the overall experience for the majority of people that are playing. So do not latch on to that narrative of Starfield is buggy, it's bad because some man's walking into a doorway with his head spun around or whatever. It's a Bethesda game, and I'm not trying to like, hey, it's a Bethesda game, they're forgiven, they need to be forgiven for all of their bugs and whatnot. It is to be expected, but a game this big always is going to have so many eyes on it. You're going to have people that are going to be, like I said, isolating.
They're going to be nitpicking it. Yeah, I'm not referring to them. I'm just saying, without those people talking about Starfield negatively, I still would have these concerns. And I'm going to, because like once again, Phil Spencer said, you have every right not to believe us until you have the controller in your hands and you're playing the game yourself. Like after 76, I have the right to be concerned about Starfield here, and I will say they're doing a very good job of convincing me that it's not going to be. But that thought is always going to be there.
Assassin,
you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're wrong, and I hate you.
I do want to commend
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Assassin, I do want to commend you and give you props for sticking to your guns and being honest about your opinion in a room full of four other people who are vehemently pro Bethesda and pro Starfield. Like, huge respect for you for sticking to your guns on that.
Yeah,
Thank
seriously.
you. And I hope I will cry, and I will be crying to the Lord when I am wrong. I will be so happy. No, I will not.
You're
no,
like,
but I will gladly admit to you on camera that I will say it to both of you. I will say, you guys, I was wrong. I had no reason. You guys were right. And I will say that Starfield is great. Yeah, I'm just saying. You guys know that I don't care about my pride. I will say what I want in a room full of people who maybe are pro Bethesda, they're pro Blizzard, they're pro... I was going to say pro Activision, but then again, no one's pro Activision.
No.
But...
Okay. Right. I know how to solve this. Remember our topic earlier? We're all entitled to our opinion, but your opinion doesn't mean fact.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say, to Red's credit, to Red, and you will verify
might get
this.
delayed between March and June next year. Sorry, if
Red,
you're a Doom fan, you're not going to get it.
You can confirm that whenever I'm wrong, I usually say that. Or I think at least you can. Usually. What if I said that was wrong?
Some of my favorite games of all time, I spew and squirt about Plague Tale Requiem.
God.
But I have gone on and on about how that game, I played the first one.
It's like The Last of Us?
Hey, Damarco. I have had so many times whenever I have expectations and I'm like, I look at a game, I'm literally looking at it and I'm saying, here's a trailer, this is not for me at all. Like 75% of the time, those games end up being amazing for me because my expectations were on the opposite end of the board. Plague Tale Requiem was that. Guardians of the Galaxy was that. Guardians of the Galaxy is my game of the year for 2021.
I had
that game,
no expectations for that game at all.
Holy shit! Yeah,
and it was amazing.
It was my game. It was so fucking good. You did, yeah. So
I think this was one of my first reviews. No, Deathloop was my first review. That was my second. I think was Guardians.
There you go. Yeah. So
I can't wait to review Starfield. I can't wait.
I hope that you have a similar experience.
I can't wait to review that game.
Yeah, I'm going to review Starfield, 100%. I don't care, they cannot
review it, DeMarco. They may decide to give it to Red, not...
Well, regardless if I get a thing, I'm still reviewing it. That doesn't determine...
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I'll use the early access period for like all the Game Pass pull-ups. I'm kidding.
So, let me just finally say this to you, Red.
Say it to me finally.
I don't subscribe to Game Pass because I don't find value in it for me.
Why are you just trying to cause problems? It's too late for this.
Tonight is a night of just like I've honestly loved this so much. But before we say our closing thoughts and say our prayers and go nighty night, Assassin, what
Is that a
would you-
cat? Is that a cat tail, or is that a feather duster?
This is my
Oh,
dog's
boy.
tail. This is my dog's tail. He's standing
Oh, it's
right
a dog.
Here. Yeah, here, Finn, come here. Come on.
I
He
was
was
like,
actually-
what is that?
He was actually up on screen earlier, and I'm sorry. He was actually up on screen earlier, and I guess no one cared or doesn't love dogs. But this is my dude. This is my son.
My cat
He's
keeps
got a
molting.
mohawk.
I've got like hair. It's raining hair at the moment because of my cat.
He's got his head down. He's like putting his head in my, there you go. All right. So anyway, Assassin,
love
you had a
Finn.
final question at. So, I
Well,
don't know,
not
I
a
should have
question.
paused when-
I just want to say this on camera.
Let's go.
Can you stop saying I hate Starfield, please?
I
Because I don't.
okay. I
Because
feel
the
like you're
harsh,
so
the
excited
most
that you're
pas-
scared.
the most passionate fan is also the harshest critic.
Well, it's like you're so excited that you're scared. It's like having sex for the first time. You're like, and like you can't get it up because you're so like, and like then you finally get it in. and
Compare
you're
it
like,
to another video game.
Hold up,
not
hold
that.
up.
Wolf, I have
wait,
never
wait,
heard
hold-
anything so relatable.
Hold the fuck.
There you
Are you
go,
comparing
thank you.
my concern about Starfield to erectile dysfunction?
I didn't say erectile dysfunction. I said having sex for the first time. So
I mean, you
know,
can't deny you go in for the first time and you're all confident. You'll be like, yeah, I know what I'm
Like,
doing. I
hell
can
yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
I can concentrate. You don't have that voice in your head that goes, am I doing it right?
Well, yeah, I have the confidence because that my first time with Skyrim and it was good, but then they bitch slapped me because we had an argument with 76, and now I'm scared to do it again.
you saying everything you just said with the context of sex, maybe like
Yes.
my whole brain was like, wait, what is happening? You're like, and then we had an argument about Skyrim afterwards, and it's like, damn, your first time was rough. Demarco's face just
The
being
thing-
like,
If you love, like I can't see how this launch is gonna go bad. They delayed it literally to optimize it better.
We said
Like,
the same
if-
thing about
if-
Cyberpunk, Lexi. We said the exact same thing.
No, but
This
when
is-
think about it, ZeniMax would have never delayed this Starfield from 2021. I guarantee they wouldn't. Or if they did,
Yeah,
it would
they-
be early 22. I don't think
Yeah.
they would have delayed it any further.
Yeah,
And
they did confirm
Microsoft
it was
is
supposed to come out in
very-
2021.
ZeniMax would have released it, and imagine how buggy it would be, and imagine how much cut content we'd have just so they could make that release date. I'm telling you, they're restoring cut content. This game is going to have the least amount of cut content.
My one and only hope is somehow, some way, they actually give some Halo DLC just to fuck with Mac. That's just what I want.
No, non-law. No, they had that with Fallout 4. In Skyrim, all of the Creation Club content, almost perfectly law-friendly. Everything. Fallout 4, I don't care. Throw the Prey armor in. Throw Doom Marine armor. Yeah, screw canon, right?
I mean, if Call of Duty can have Homelander, I'm pretty sure Starfield can have Master Chief.
Yeah, but I mean, like, me and Mitch, we like canon stuff. Don't throw my non-canon. That's for mods. That's like adding Darth Vader. Like we will add Darth Vader with our mods and lightsabers, and that's definitely not canon. But when the developer puts a non-canon thing in the canon, it's like, are you just trying to like mess with us?
Okay, so what if they do that, Lexi? If they do decide to do like a Halo deal?
doo-doo.
I will cry because I don't need the crossovers. Like, I could go perfectly fine without the crossovers. If it was
I
Creation
mean, I
Club
can
content,
too, but
then I'd be a bit more lean. But if it was like a full DLC that you had to pay for, that wasn't just CC where it just adds the vehicles and like a quick quest line. Yeah, non-canon is like the Prey armor. I don't like it, but at least I know it's not a main DLC. It's not important. I could skip it. I don't
Yeah,
need
see,
Doom
another-
Marine armor. I don't need the
another
BFB.
thing about this podcast I really like, and Mitch kind of talked about it earlier about me, how I really don't give a fuck about what I say to people who are fans of a specific studio or franchise, because I kind of figured that, Lexi, you wouldn't like the Halo DLC. I just wanted your opinion anyway. But,
Oh no,
yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen
I'm
either.
never.
But the coincidence of having two space-related video games as flagship franchises for Xbox,
I feel it's quite
Yeah.
cheap for a DLC.
I think it'd probably be just like $2. Hey, 2023 horse armor, except it's the Master Chief.
I think it's a very cheap and lazy thing to do for additional content. Because it's not it's like throwing in the pram, where it's just like they just pop the model in the game and.
Damn. Now I'm thinking, what if Bethesda made a Halo RPG? That'd be pretty cool.
Wow, it would be really cool if Mitch told us where we can find him, what he's going to be getting into this week.
We're ending fine. I've been needing toilet for like the past half an hour.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, actually, go potty, and by the time you get back, it should be perfect timing for your outro. So, Mitch, wait, hang on. We'll wait till no, Lexi, you're not going to go?
All right. I'll go toilet.
Okay, all right, Mitch. Where can people find you? What do you do day-to-day basis? What are you going to be playing? You know, who are you truly?
Yeah. Well, I don't really have any personal pages to share, but I will tell you can find the channel that Lexi and I run together, Lorefield, on YouTube, youtube.com/Lorefield. Twitter, we are LorefieldNet on Twitter. And Reddit, we run the lore subreddit for Starfield, which is r/Lorefield, which is a big reason why Red invited us on tonight, and I'm so happy that he did. As far as, geez, you said, what am I going to be playing?
Yeah. Anything new? Or just getting racing with that little car behind you there?
Probably racing a little more. It's been a pretty busy summer for me, so I haven't been able to game as much as I'd like to. So probably more of the racing stuff, just easy to jump in and play for a bit.
Fantastic. Listen, you're on Xbox. I don't know why you haven't added me, you son of a bitch.
I did. I follow you.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm a piece of shit then.
I don't know why you haven't added me, you son of a bitch.
I'm a piece of shit, I guess. God, I'm such a bad father. Yeah, we should jump in a party sometime and just chat and play something sometime. I don't know.
That'd make my day. Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And speaking of playing games with their friends all the time on Xbox, Damarco, where can people find you? What are you going to be?
What the hell is that? Yeah, I'm going to be... I don't... yeah, I'm going to be Damarco Dude. You can find me Damarco Dude anywhere. YouTube, Twitter. And this week, really just kind of looking forward to the game I haven't mentioned at all, actually. Remnant 2.
What the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about the game at all.
What? Okay, I was like, dude, that makes me want to get it if you're going to get it, because then we could all play. Me, you, and Mitch.
Oh, is it a co-op?
It's 3-player co-op.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Is it on Game Pass?
No, but if we play
then
together, it'd be worth it, you know?
I'm not picking it up if it's not. That's not a game I would buy. At least not yet. I'm sorry.
Okay, but Damarco, Baldur's Gate.
That's where I'm going. Baldur's Gate. I'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm also So that's and then that's it.
I hope you were all shit talking me.
No,
we literally get it was perfect timing. So Lexi, what are you going to be getting into? Where can people find you? What are you playing? You know, what's going on?
Well, you can find me on the amazing handle on Twitter. I'm sorry, on the X. You can find me there at Dormerologist. I have that handle somehow. And also, I mean, there's Lorefield.net. Mitch uses it a lot more than me. I just occasionally log on just to annoy the security feature. It's a bit like, hey, this account logged in this IP logged in this and that. I just do that to scare him now.
That's funny.
One day the account's gonna get hacked. But good thing it's not connected to any of our other socials.
Exactly.
All
Yes,
if there's
fine.
yeah, you can find me in Final Fantasy 14, but probably won't find me. You have to find me first.
There you go.
I don't know. I watch a lot of. I mean, if anyone found out what I watch on YouTube, they'd think I'm just a weirdo.
Same.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I
weirdos,
turned on my watch history because you know. It's
my transition was great.
Hell yeah.
Assassin, where can people find you? And are you gonna be jumping into something new this week, man? Or are you gonna be doing a new game plus, the Final Fantasy 16 or Devil May Clive, as I've dubbed it?
Devil May Cry. Who calls their protagonist Clive? It's such a weak name. It's like calling your protagonist Dave or Tim.
Clive. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like Clive.
Like if you go to Final Fantasy VII, you have a guy called Cloud. Like that's an unusual name. That's kind of ominous. Like you can kind of roll with it.
Yeah.
I have a question. Why does it seem like Final Fantasy likes to name their protagonists after the weather? First there's Cloud,
I
then
can't
there's
do
lightning,
this.
and then
I
there's
know.
thunder.
Too late for this.
Snow, lightning. Let's see.
Cloud.
I'm hungry.
Stop.
Vincent.
Hungry and cold.
They
Stop.
should have
13.
called Clive.
Assassin, where can we find you?
Barrett.
Clive should have been
weather
called
names.
Rain. Clive should have been
Rain?
called Rain.
Assassin,
Rain,
where
yeah.
can we find you?
You can find me at Ask for Sin on the now appropriately X app.
Do you Zeet often?
And on YouTube, you can just find me here. I don't even make my own content anymore. I'm just here for the podcast.
Also,
Red,
Red, where
according
can
to
we find
Red,
you.
According to Red, this is our podcast, even though he's the one that has control of the channel. So
Oh man.
technically, yeah.
I love how you lean into it. You're like, yeah, you fucking ass. I love that. I love it. It's fine. Just lean into it.
was worth
Let
it.
it happen. Let it happen. Like Magic
Worth it.
Johnson. That's what he said. Just let it happen.
Also, I resent the fact that you went from speaking of weirdos straight to me and pass up. The weirdo dude. Where can we find you? Like, what the fuck, man? Why'd you
I
single
could
me
have
out?
said DeWeirdo, dude. That would have been funny. But you were the last one, so it was over.
Me and Lexi have just been grilling Damarco pretty hard this whole episode.
Well, I've been going hard on trying to end the episode about an hour ago because I was like, "Hey, chat, what's the final topic?" But this is what I love. I love this. But you know what?
Yeah,
What
see, this is
better
what
time to
happens
have
when he
a
shaves his
3-hour
face.
podcast. What is it?
See, this is what
DeMarco's
happens when he
face,
shaves his
You can tell
face.
what time it is. Yeah, you can tell what time it is by DeMarco's face. He starts off, and this is him. He's like, and then by the end of the episode, he's like. And it's like, oh, okay, I can see what time it is. It's gotta be like 9 o'clock.
I'm the clock.
Your face is a clock. All right.
It's literally Wednesday here. You're keeping me up. I want to play some more Final Fantasy till like 4 in the morning when my mum goes work.
You're right. Yeah, it's like, what time is it? Like 2?
You're the 9 man.
What time is it there? Isn't it like 2
It's
o'clock?
2
over there?
o'clock. It's 2 o'clock.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Thank you so much for
God.
being here, Lex. And Mitch, it's time for you to go racing. You know, maybe go work out with your bros in the gym or something. I don't know what you college kids do these days.
I don't even know what Mitch does on a daily basis.
Mitch is like, yeah, I've been holding this mic for like 3 hours, so I'm probably good. Yeah, shit. It's fine.
You're just like flexing your muscles there. I saw like that part of your arm, like.
Yeah, just to like
deadlift.
show like.
Look at me. Look, I'm a twig. Look at me. I'm a ghost twig.
Look at DeMarco's face. Everyone, look at DeMarco.
Anyone.
He's ready.
All right. Listen.
Anyone has more color in their face than me.
All right. Everyone, thank you so much. This was and has
I'm
been-
literally like I look like I was born and
Lexi,
raised in Antarctica. No.
All right. Everyone, goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.